microphone on, switch over to this camera, and hello and welcome. I think we are live. If you can hear me and see me as normal, please let me know in the chat that everything is working fine. Hello to everybody who is watching live, and hello to everybody who's watching not live afterwards. But if you're watching live, pop some messages into the chat. I'll put the chat windows up in a minute. We're going to be playing Crystal Palace tonight. I'm going to be doing a full tutorial at the start of this video. We're doing a full 5-player game of it, so it might be a little long tonight. So have some coffee or whatever other stimulants you want to keep you awake. We have the AP fork for anybody who's playing slow. Not looking at anybody in particular. So if anybody is playing slow tonight, we've got the AP fork. Thank you very much to Adam for the suggestions of that. A little bit of admin before we start. This is not a sponsored video, okay? I'm doing this purely through the support of my Patreon campaign. I've had a couple of comments on some of my other videos that the teach part of the video was not as tight as you would like. If this was a sponsored video, and I'm not suggesting that the publishers should sponsor it, I will spend all day practicing it and preparing it. For a video which is not sponsored, I don't have the time to do that. So I'm going to do the best I can. Hopefully it'll be okay. But if it isn't perfect, then please don't judge me on that. The other thing is, as mentioned, this video is funded through my Patreon campaign. Last day is today to support me if you want to be in with the chance of winning a couple of things this month. Radiant Offline Battle Arena is the prize this month, and a couple of posters. So yeah, if you like what I do and you like the content that I make, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Other than that, I just wanted to do a shout out for the Game in a Nutshell video YouTube channel. He does amazing instructional videos, and he did one for this game, which is fantastic. So if you want to learn how to play this game, you can either watch this video, or I'll put a link in the show notes to the Game in a Nutshell video, which was really well done. And it's how I refreshed my memory on learning this game today, because I got taught by Tom at HandyCon, and then I needed a refresher. Right, okay, so I'm going to switch over to the overhead camera now, and hopefully the chat window is working. The chat window is working, and it's big enough for me. There we go. Right. Oh yeah. So there's a few people in the chat, and if you're in the Facebook, if you're watching this live on Facebook, please pop a message in there as well, and that'll show up in the other window. So I'm joined tonight by Andy.
Hello.
Paul.
Hi.
Robert. And Rob. And yes, Crystal Palace, full 5-player game of it. It is 2 to 5 players. Is it 2 to 5?
I think so.
I've only played it with 4. Yeah, 2 to 5 players. So theme first. The game is set in 1851. Crystal Palace. Each player represents a nation at the first World Fair of 1851 in London. To make sure that your country truly attracts everyone's attention, you're going to be showcasing spectacular inventions and recruiting the brightest, most influential minds of your times, all to promote your homeland. Some of the characters you'll be recruiting are real people. Some of them may not be real people, like Sherlock Holmes, for example. Whether in the sacred halls of Westminster or in the dark corners of the docks, you are pulling the strings everywhere to prepare for the great event in the best possible way. And it could all be so easy if your government had provided you with unlimited means. As it is, you are constantly torn between modest investments and excessive loans. But if you make the right choices for the great exhibition, your nation will get covered in glory at Crystal Palace. So it says the game's set in 1851. Not quite true. Games played over 5 rounds. The first 2 rounds are 1849. So it's the spring and then the autumn of 1849. Rounds 3 and 4 is 1850, and then round 5 is 1851. Okay? And it isn't that you're building up to a great fair. You're actually going to be scoring points throughout the game by doing things. There is a bit of end game scoring, but it is the player with the most points that wins. Points are going to be tracked over there, so I'll be looking at you two to handle the scoring. We are currently on 5 points each, because you can lose points. Whenever you go round to 50, you put your little marker on here to say that you've got 50, and then you go round again, and then it flips over to 100. So that's how we're going to score. The symbol for victory points is a gold or silver star. If it's silver, it's end of the game scoring. So if you look on your player boards, you will see that there is some silver numbers on here. That means end of game scoring, but every time you see a gold number, that is going to score you points immediately. Right. So, how do you get points? There's lots of different ways. There's a lot of things going on in this game, and a lot of it interlocks with each other. I'm basically now going to cover high level how the game plays out. So we have 5 rounds. Each round is divided into 7 phases. you can actually see all of the phases on your player board here. Now, unfortunately, I haven't set this camera up. Again, not a sponsored video, so I haven't spent all day preparing for this. But if I just zoom in a bit and show you my player board, he says, I'll pick my player board up and put it in the middle just for now. There you go. So there's my player board. The player boards, by the way, there's 5 of them that come with the game. They're double-sided. We've randomly given them out. So I am the French. And the bit that's different is this bit here. So anyway, bottom of your player board, they are the 7 phases of each round. So we're going to follow through those 7 phases, and we do that 5 times. The first 3 phases are the main bit of the game. 4, 5, 6 and 7 is kind of like admin, tidy up, do stuff, get income and bits like that. But 1, 2 and 3, specifically 3, well 2 and 3, that's the meat of the game, and we're going to do that 5 times. While we're talking about the player board, since we're zoomed in on the player board, I'm going to explain a little bit of this. These spaces here, you notice there's a -2 on them. If those spaces are empty at the end of the game, that's -2 points for each space that's empty. So you want to take things and put them on them, and the things that you put on them are that size and shape. So those blue tiles there, they go on them, but also purple tiles, these will go on them as well. Purple tiles are basically just special versions that come with particular characters. So character 28, for example, if you buy character 28, you get tile number 28, which is that, effectively. Loans as well. Rob, you've got the loan markers over there. Don't have a look at them, because they are the -5 on the back side, but the front side is between -8 and -10. And when you take a loan, you take a token and you put it over here, and it's minus a whole boatload of points, but if you pay it back, you flip it over to the -5 side. So you will still get -5 points at the end of the game for taking a loan, but it's effectively only -3 because you've covered up a -2 space. Okay, so that's that there. This is the newspaper track here. Newspaper is like a currency within the game. You start with no newspapers. There are lots of different ways of gaining newspapers. And what a newspaper's for is pretty much at any time you can convert them for stuff. So 1 newspaper will get you 1 money. 2 newspapers will get you a gear. 3 newspapers will get you 1 income, so 1 up on the income track. And 4 newspapers will get you a die. Right. That'll do for now. This bit is different for every player. We'll go through them. We'll go through them later on. Right. So that's very roughly the player board. We need to zoom out a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Right. So the 7 phases. Phase 1 is where you set your dice. Now, each of us has 6 dice in the game, but you only start with 4 of them. And what you do is you secretly set them to whatever you want and hide it under your box. In my first game, I rolled them because I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. So I rolled them, looked at them and went, yeah, that'll do. All right, but don't do that. Then what you do is you reveal them, and you have to pay £1 for every pip on your dice. So in that case, I would have to pay £15. Now, money's very tight. You start with £40. We're using the Iron Clays from Roxley Games. So you start with 40, but if I was to reveal that, that would cost me 15, and you're only going to get, what income were you going to get? Is it 4? You're only going to get 4 income at the end of the round. So your money will run out. Bruce is here. Hi Bruce, thank you for joining in on the chat. Oh, and Tom's here as well. Tom taught me how to play. Right. So you set your dice. If you want more dice is good because it's worker placement and the dice are workers, but you have to pay for them. And if you ever don't have enough money, so say you go into the round with 5 dice and £4, you take a loan. You have to take a loan. So you set your dice, you pay for them. That's phase 1 done. Phase 2 is worker placement. So here are the different boards. And the reason why they're split up is because you use different types of boards and different sides of the boards depending on the number of players in the game. Also, it's really good for videos like this because we can arrange these however we want. But what you're doing is these are the dice placement spaces on the boards, and you can go on any one you want, but the value of the die has to be at least equal to what's printed on the space. So I could, if I wanted to, go here with a 5 if I was crazy. Right? I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably go there with a 5 because that's the better space. But you can put any dice anywhere you want, as long as it matches the number or is higher. Some of the spaces cost you money to place the die on there. Be very careful, you might not get to do an action. I'll just tell you that now. And some of the places get you to place an assistant. I'll come on to assistants later on. But you can basically go on any of those spaces there. You can have multiple dice in the same section, but each space can only have one dice on it. Okay. Once we've all done that, and you have to place all of your dice, I think, if you can, we then do phase 3, which is we resolve them. So we resolve the Patent Office first, then the British Museum, then the Bank of England, then Westminster, then the Reform Club, London Times, the Port of London, and then Waterloo Station. Okay? In each particular area, we resolve them in dice order from highest first. And if it's a tie, it goes from left to right. So I could go there with a 5. Can you give me a 5?
I can give you 5.
All right. Can you put a 3 on there? All right. And then Andy could go there with the 5. So my 5 will get resolved first, followed by the black 5, then the red 3. Okay, so they go in numeric order, not from left to right. I'm teaching you the rules. Paul's played it before and Robert's read the rules. So I am waiting for those two to interrupt me when I get anything wrong. They are my safety
You
net.
haven't mentioned who goes first.
I haven't. That's a very good
Well,
point.
that
Thank you.
bit there.
Thank you. The player who goes first is the player who spent the most. The player who spent the least gets a newspaper, but turn order is clockwise from the player who spent the most. So the player who spent the least could actually go second. If two players both spent the same most, you look at the highest die, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one. If they both spent exactly the same money and chose exactly the same pips, then it's random. But yeah, don't think that'll happen that often. Thank you for that. Right, so step 2, worker placement, and there is this placing an assistant, which I will mention now. So every time you place an assistant, you have 2 choices. You can either move your own assistant on your player board up 1 notch if you meet the criteria that's printed on there. Okay, if you don't meet the criteria, you cannot move up. Simple as that. Your other option is that you place one of your assistants onto the lowest free space within the black market. So at the start of the game, that would be there, and that costs £1. And then the next one would go there, and then the next one would go there. It could be, as the game goes on, that there ends up being that. So now if I was to go in the black market, I go there, because it's the lowest free space.
Or you could move the one that was already there.
Alternatively, I could do that. I don't know why I'd do that, because basically I'm going to get something in phase 6 for being there, so moving that means I've lost that.
But now it would be relevant.
Now it might be relevant. I could, if I wanted to, I could move that to there.
Right.
Okay, so I can either add a new one to the black market, or I can move one up in the black market. Now the black market, I found this bit the most complex bit of the game, so I'm actually just going to skip past that bit for now, and I'll come back to it later on. Just be aware, every time you place a dice on one of these spots, you get to do an assistant action. Right. Next, we're going to go through the actions in order. The patent office is basically to collect patents. Okay? But whoever goes first chooses one of these 4 spaces, so you will choose one of those 2, because when you choose them you get a newspaper. Move the dice down to that space, and then take either one of those 4 patents or the one from the top of the deck. You don't have to build the patent straight away. It is just a patent. You're just taking the card. You will build it later on.
I don't think you can use the patent office to get
You
this.
can't.
Can't you?
No.
Okay, sorry. Can't take that.
There are
Right.
some ways of getting
But
that.
not the patent office. Right, thank you for that. So you just take one of those 4. They don't refresh until the start of next round. So whatever's taken will mean fewer choices for the next players. There are 5 action spaces. There are only 4. Sorry, there's 5 dice spaces. There are 4 action spaces. So one person, if they're all filled up, will not get to do one.
That's the same for all the boards, isn't it?
Yeah.
It might be based on this player
Yeah,
count. Yes.
it is.
So that's the same for all of them. So be very careful when you're putting your dice on there that you might not actually be able to get to do an action. So you take the patent, you put it next to your player board. We are going to need space next to our player boards for our patents. I'll come back to them in a bit. Just be aware that there is a cost to build them. but you don't need that cost to take the card. You just take the card and you'll build it later on. Right. 2 is the British Museum. You basically take one of those tiles and you put it onto your player board. Some of them have a lightning bolt on, they don't, but some of them do, which is an immediate one-off effect. The ones with the banner, with the green banner with the number 6 in it, means it will happen in phase 6. It's like an income sort of phase. Although it's not income. Well, it is income, but yeah. So that's what those do. Bank of England is where you get shares. You take one of those, you do what it says on there. So the green number in the octagon is you move your marker up on the income track, and the gold star is victory points. And you just take it and you just put it next to your playboard, and that's it. That's what they do. They're fairly simple. Westminster, you move your marker one space to the right, and there's a lightning bolt on there, so you immediately get the benefit, which is £2.
Yep.
Activate one of your phase 6 income abilities, 1 energy, or move 2 up on the buzz track. I'll mention the buzz track in a minute. And if you're ever at the end and you want to go further, you get an energy or 2 buzz. Okay, so that's what that does. The Reform Club is very similar to the Patent Office. You take one of these 4. The first 2 players to do it move up on the buzz track. But the difference is you must pay for these characters when you take the card. The cost is shown in the top left. So that is something you must pay when you take the card. The points that you get depends on the year that you take the character. Whereas the points on these is the year when you build it. So you could take it on round 1, not build it till round 5. Some of the points go up, some of the points go down. Okay? Again, if you want to have a look at these in more detail, I can pass you the board and you can have a look at them. The characters is another way of getting points, but characters have an income, sorry, not an income, a cost, a regular cost that you have to pay every round. And that cost depends on where you are on here. And some of the characters, like Sherlock Holmes, is -4, -3, -2, -1, 0. Some of them are the other way. Some of them actually get cheaper the further
Some
you
of
go.
them are highest in the middle.
Sorry, yeah, some of them, yeah. These all get cheaper the further you go up there, but some of them get more expensive the further you go up there. Okay? They also have an immediate ability that happens when you take the character, and an ability that you can use in phase 4, which is what the orange banner with the number 4 in it means. Okay, so that's that. The chat seems to have disconnected. That's not good. Let's try reconnecting it.
Are we still online?
We are. There we go. We are still online. I think we're going out live. If you're in the chat, please let me know that everything's going out fine. I think it is. It looks like the chat has stopped. I'm not sure. Yeah, if you're in the chat, please drop a message and let me know, because that's not working. That's different from that. But Jason is in the Facebook chat, and that seems to be working. Yeah, drop a message in the chat, let me know if it's still working. Right, that's the characters. Quick note. There is a link bonus between some of the characters and some of the patents. If you get the link, you get 4 points, basically. But I think you have to have built it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which you get first.
No. As soon as you've got both of them in a matching pair, you get 4 points. Right, the London Times. So this is a random board. There are 8 to choose from, or I think there are 4 or 5 boards to choose from, and you choose a random side. So we've got this one. This marker tracks the round number, and if you go there, then you look at how much you've met the current condition, and it will get you buzz. It's a way of getting buzz, but in round 1, it's how many assistants you've got in the black market. In round 2, it's how many characters and patents you've got. In round 3, it's how many green or purple tiles you've got on here. In round 4, it's characters and patents. And in round 5, it's how far your assistant is up on this track. We'll remind you of that as the game goes on. Yeah?
I think that it's characters and prototypes.
It is.
Because a prototype is a
Sorry,
patent
is one
that
that's
you have
actually been
built. You
built.
converted it.
Yeah, okay. So the chat is working on YouTube, but the chat is not working on the actual video. Right, I'll come back to that in a minute. The Facebook chat is working, which is great, but something glitched with that. So I'm just going to remove that, authorize it again, and see what happens. Is it doing it? Is it doing it? There you go. Right. YouTube chat is working.
Okay,
Okay.
I got sidetracked by that. There's a couple of things I think you might have missed.
Okay.
Did you mention the 1 money for not getting a card, or for not getting a space? If you've got a die on there and you don't get a space,
Well, that applies to all of
all
them.
the boards, yeah,
So if you can't take the action,
you get
you get £1 compensation. You're right.
and you can apply this to whoever you like. It doesn't have to be
That's
you.
when you build it.
Yeah.
So I was going to come on to
Okay.
that when we build
Right.
it. Right. So that's the London Times. Port of London. Right. So there are 3 action spaces here, and each action allows you to do one of these things, but each one of these things can only actually be done once. So what you do is you move the dice to there, but then you move the dice to one of these, and they do stuff. Assistance, 2 cogs, get an extra die, but pay £2. Alternatively, instead of doing one of those 4 things, you can sell a die, which removes it permanently from the game. You put it on one of those 4 space, one of those 3, but you put it on that one first. You put a ticket on top to remind you that you will never take that die back, and basically you'll get points. So you can sell a die to get points. Finally, Waterloo Station, very similar to this in that you have these 4 actions which get you stuff. Okay, once you know the iconography, it's a lot easier. So that's energy and activator, phase 6 ability, buzz, etc., etc. Right. So we've talked about buzz a lot. Every time you get buzz, you move your marker up on this track. Every time you pass or land on or pass one of these spaces with a lightning bolt on, you get that. They were randomly determined at the start of the game. The tile stays there, so it applies to everybody who reaches that space. The next spaces are interesting because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. When you reach that space, you may choose to drop one of your little circular markers off in it. And what it will do is it will get you points at the end of each round. But you've only got 2 markers. And once you've placed both your markers, you can't place any more. So if you're planning to get high up on the buzz track, you don't want to put a marker here, you want to hang fire. But if you do place a marker there and there, then that's your marker spent. Okay? There's also points at the end of the game you'll see up there for how high you are up on the buzz track. There's also points at the end of the game for having the highest assistant in the black market and stuff like that. There's a few end of game things. I think that's buzz explained, isn't it?
Also, this one here.
Oh yeah, that one is another space where you can put a marker
It's getting 2 cash a turn
or 2 buzz.
Yeah.
But again, if you drop a marker there, that's one of your 2 markers
You're not putting anywhere else.
gone.
Yeah.
Now, when I was taught how to play by Tom, he said everybody went on there.
Yeah, that's what we were told.
Whether that's actually
Good
a
idea.
thing or not,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've not seen everybody
I don't.
not put one in there, but I've only played twice, so
Yeah. Any more explanation required about any of these 8 action areas?
No, that doesn't make sense.
Right, I'll go into the black
The
market.
thing
then.
about
Go on.
activating a phase 6 ability, I
So
wasn't.
if I had that there, then in
Yeah.
phase 6 I'm going to get a newspaper.
Okay.
But if I am allowed to now activate one of my phase 6 abilities,
So these don't.
I could
These
activate
wouldn't
that.
automatically come in. You would
Yes.
need to activate it.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha.
Well, they automatically activate in phase 6.
Oh, but you're activating it early.
That allows you to activate
Again.
again.
And early.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So the black market, I've mentioned every time you get to do an assistant action, you can put something into the black market or move an existing assistant up. Also, at that same time, if you have an assistant on space 3 or higher, you can move them 1 space down, or if there isn't, if they can't move down because it's full, then you remove them. So in that case, it would move to there to take one of these
When did you say that happens?
every time you place a die.
every time you place a die. So yeah, if it was
Yeah.
full like that, then I could, as an I could put a die there as the assistant action. I could pay 3, and then immediately move it down 1 space, which is off the board, to take a cog. Effectively, I've paid 3 to get a cog, which is
Because the rest will activate in phase 6.
yeah. Also, looking at your player board, I'll just zoom in again on this, but there is, on the newspaper bit, just next to the newspaper bit, there are other anytime actions that you can do. So at any time you can spend 4 money to get an energy, 5 money to get a cog, and if you're really desperate, you can use energy and cogs as if they were 1 money. Okay, so they are anytime. sort of conversions that you can do as well.
Right. So that makes three money for a cog sound.
So if you want to be really efficient, you can spend 5 money for a cog and then use it as 1 money.
Yeah, let's just move your player boards up a bit. There we go. Right, so that's the black market done. And that's phase 3. So phase 3 is all of these activating anytime. Right, phase 4 is when you pay the characters and you use any ability with an orange banner, which is basically the characters. So the characters have abilities. Once you've bought them, you actually flip them over to the other side, and the ability it's all on there. Okay. Phase 5 is where you may choose to build, and this is done in turn order, 1 or 2 of your patents into prototypes. So you pay the cost, and before you flip them over, there's an ability printed on the bottom of the card. And this is what's interesting about this ability. You choose one player in the game that could be you, and they get all of the benefits of that ability.
Okay.
Because sometimes the benefits are good, and sometimes they are, well, they get that and that, but they have to pay something. So sometimes it's pay a cost to get something, and you might not always want to choose yourself. Okay?
Okay.
Then you flip it over, and then you check to see if you've got the matching character, and if you do, you get an extra 4 points. So you can only do 2. Phase 6, we all get money according to where we are on the income track. We then move 3 spaces down on the income track. If we are in the red section, you lose points. And then we activate all of our phase 6 abilities, which includes the black market.
Okay.
And finally, phase 7, everything in the black market moves down 1 step. And whoever was at the bottom falls off.
Okay.
There is something else about the black market that I haven't seen happen. It can go bust. If it's almost filled and there's 1 space left, and you put that last one in there, wherever it happens to be, then basically the black market blows up, everybody goes out, the bobbies arrive, they've caught onto us, the Rozzers are here, but the person who filled that last space keeps that assistant there, and everything else goes. Did that happen in your games?
No, I've not seen it happen.
This is a 5-player game, so it might happen.
I think it's more likely in a 5-player game, but
No, I did have a glass.
there
of
were
water.
several chances for it to happen when we
Is it-
played, but
is
it
it
was
this
never
one?
in
That's
anyone's
the one.
interest.
Thank you very much.
That's a good point from Tom there. Just because everyone does it doesn't mean it's the right
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Groupthink.
Yep.
yeah.
Let's go through our special abilities and how we get points at the end. So mine is to have characters. If I have 1, 2, or 3 characters, I'll get points.
Mine's to be up the Westminster track.
Okay. Germany.
Mine is collecting these cards when they're flipped over.
So
So that's when the
prototypes.
prototypes.
Building prototypes.
Newspapers, being the tabloids.
So sorry, how do I tell?
This.
Yeah. So,
Having those tiles.
Okay. What
Okay.
are those tiles?
That's these tiles.
And
Okay.
and
Or
fancy
these
ones,
tiles.
fancy web ones.
Okay.
Yeah, the non-loans that take up space on this.
So loans, did I mention them?
No.
Yeah, you get 10,
Oh, yeah, you
yeah,
did.
10 cash.
So did I mention them on camera?
Yeah, because you said about they were 8,
okay,
9
that's
or
it,
10.
yeah. So you can take them at any time.
Yeah.
And must-
Games have been won by people taking billions of loans, and games have been won by people taking no loans. So
Yes. Tom and I drew, I think, in the last game, and I took 1 loan, and Tom took quite a
You
few.
didn't say what the numbers are on the front of the loans.
So they're always -5 on the back, but they're between -8 and -10 on the front.
Yeah.
If you don't pay them back, and you can pay them back at any time, and it costs you 10. When you take a loan, you get £10. When you pay a loan back, you pay back £10. But you've taken a penalty because you've taken a loan.
You've not covered the bonuses on the bus track.
You did.
I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What each tile does?
No, but that's 1 energy.
Yeah, okay.
That is get a patent, which
That
could
is
be
take
from the
that
top of the deck.
One. That's where you can. One of the places you can get. That's the only reason I'm
Yeah,
mentioning
well,
it.
yeah, 'cause
Activate
it's-
one of your phase 6 abilities,
Yeah.
get
it's a
5
lightning
money,
bolt, do the immediate effect.
and place an
But it's
assistant and
the
don't
way
pay
you
for
can
it.
get that one, as opposed to you can't get it from on.
Yeah, because the top one is visible. It's not like
Yeah.
you're drawing a random one from the deck. You are seeing one there. Right. Okay. So, do you need a minute to look at these
Yes, please.
cards? Shall I put them more central so you can have a see them?
Yeah, I guess.
So this is the cost in the top left, which is usually a combination of energy and cogs. That is generally what you're collecting energy and cogs for, is because you're going to be wanting to pay for these. Remember, these need to be paid for when you take them. These are only paid for when you turn it into a prototype.
It's worth points based on the top right. So the early, most of these, the early, oh,
You see that one, the money printing machine,
the later you
the
do it,
later you do it, the more points you get. And that will get you your extra die. Well, somebody.
an extra
Okay. So you've got, you can get a maximum of 6 dice in the game.
but but you have to use them all. And you
Have
pay
to use
for
them all, you
Yeah,
have to pay for them.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
very.
Okay.
At the end of each round,
Mm-hmm.
all of the unbought items
They
in each
disappear.
of these 2 markets gets cleared
Bottom
and
stack.
refreshed.
We've done the end game scoring for the buzz track, we've done the end game scoring for this, we've done the end game scoring for that. I think that might be it.
Is that one each point for every 2 papers, or spend 2 paper to get a
Every 2 papers you've got is 1 point.
Okay.
In phase 4, every phase 4.
Every phase 4. So,
Every
we've got-
phase
So
so,
four.
this,
so immediately it's 4 bars, and every phase 4 it's.
this one is the one where you're spending
Yes.
newspaper to get that. And
That
this
is
is
just
the one
having
where
them.
you have newspapers to get that.
The pocket watches here will explain that when somebody takes it, but it's cool. It's a little thing here. So yeah, when somebody buys a thing with a pocket watch, they get that. But if
No immediate effect, but that's every blue and red. So the second one along, in
Every card gets you a point.
every one gets your point.
well,
That's built.
I'm going to check because it's a different
Yeah, they have to be
iconography.
built.
Michael Faraday, where
Oh,
is
that
he?
was Faraday, was it? Okay.
Yeah, which is synergistic with the Faraday cage.
It's it's not that icon. It's that. So it's a set. It's one of each.
Oh, it's a pair.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not that,
Yeah,
which
okay.
is one card with a slash down the middle.
Yeah.
It's a set of a prototype and a character card, but no link is needed. There we go. Yeah, every pair consisting of a person and a prototype gives you a point. Yep, there you go. Right, so if we have enough to start,
I think so.
we do round 1. Roll your dice. No, kidding. Set
Well,
them.
you could if you had
You
no
could if you
idea.
wanted to.
Oh, you wacky funster.
I just set all mine really low in the first round and they all laughed at me.
This is
I
why
won.
this is
What
why
is
you
it?
didn't take any loans, I guess.
What do I want to do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't put them there, 'cause we don't want it showing on the camera.
Just to check,
Yep.
if you put an assistant in the black market, you have to pay the figure,
Yep.
pay the amount that's in there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
And
Thank
if you move, so if your assistant was there, and then you get to move it up, you pay £2.
You still pay 2.
And then if you move up again, you pay 3.
So these.
But you don't get that
just
money if
retake
you
them and then
back
that's
if you
it.
move
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, just an immediate effect, and
So
then
you pay 4 cash to get
and then you
3 income,
done.
which doesn't seem to be particularly good. And those have no other ability, those square
Nope.
markers.
I think they might be referred to on one of these,
Okay.
which is why you keep them after you've taken them.
Right.
Oh, I want to do everything.
There are certain things which allow you to discard one of these.
Oh, right, from
your-
what you've had.
from your
Right.
tableau to gain a.
Because they're
Another
shares.
bonus. Okay.
It's thematically what they are. Right. Oh. We're going to run out of spaces so quick.
Well, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Actually, when we've only got 4 dice, no. But later on. Right, I've set my dice. Oh yeah, zoom out, thank you. I'm still zoomed in.
There's 27
I need a camera operator.
actions you can take.
27 actions available, and at the start of the game we have 20 dice.
Yep.
So we're going to be okay. You put more than 6s, Andy?
Yep.
We're all done?
Mhm.
Okay, so reveal your dice and pop them.
So 4
on
2
there.
1 1.
A 6, 5, 3, 2.
Right, so money
11, 14, 16.
16.
Okay, I spend 8.
Hang on, we'll do it one at a time.
Okay.
So 16,
I spend 10.
10,
And put your dice on there.
Rob,
8.
8. Give me 8 money.
You take them over there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you not trust me?
Got a bank here.
And here's me thinking, oh, I've done the same as Robert actually.
And I've got 11. So that's not good. No, don't take 11. That's cheating. Put 11 in. Been a long day.
Take the bank
Right.
off, Mr. Grogan, I think.
So you spent the most.
Yep.
So you're the first player. Who spent the
I
least?
spent 8.
You get 1 newspaper.
Yay!
Okay, that's phase 1 done. Phase 2, starting with Paul and going clockwise. So according to Carsten, Faraday gives, and he's the designer, so you should know,
Yeah.
gives for each person or prototype 1 point. In which case we have the iconography is not quite correct. Yeah. Thank you for
I
that.
think it might be. It's just the way you look because it shows one above the one on top of the other.
Yeah,
in the
but,
way you read
it's not that.
it's not that.
No.
No.
Okay. So
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
It's similar to that.
It's similar to
it looks more like that.
It's more similar.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for clarifying that, Carsten. We'll take his word for it.
Right, that threw me. What was I going to do? I was going to do something. Oh yeah, I was going to do that.
So you get to do an assistant thing.
On the bottom row, please.
So you spend £1. Okay, done. Robert.
Pass the fork over, would you, Paul?
Yeah,
That's too quick.
we do need to play
surely.
quick.
Yeah.
We do need to play fairly quick.
I'll put my guy on the second.
So you spend £1.
I spend a pound. There we go.
There you go. And I'm going to go here. And I'm going to place an assistant there for £2.
So what's the iconography on that one on the left from the British Museum? For every
This one?
something you get a.
Every.
Is it patent prototype?
Patent.
It's a patent.
Every patent.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Does that still count when they become prototypes?
No.
So it's every unresolved invention.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Has anyone else got a 5? No.
Nope.
That's not where I want that. Ah, well, never mind. Let's do it anyway.
So, assistant.
Is it 2 money?
You going in the black market?
Yeah.
Hotting up.
Clearly, the black market is the place to be.
Oh my god.
Feeling left out. You're feeling left out.
I almost removed it to get a cog.
Put that there.
Yeah,
That lets me put this one there.
if you want to.
I'm paying 3 money.
Is the black market going to go bust immediately?
You're not removing it for a cog.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Apparently, Bernie K says the appendix says Faraday gives 1 point per set. So we have a disagreement between the appendix and the designer.
Controversy. So
Well, I have the appendix. Oh yeah, Faraday.
Paul, do you want to retrieve your man?
So, Carsten, unfortunately, the appendix does say Faraday is per set of cards, and that's what the iconography says to me. So,
I've just
There we
gone
go.
in the black market for
oh,
4.
look at that.
It's
So
hotting up.
we could destroy the black market turn 1.
Yep. We could indeed.
Actually, are there enough people?
I don't think there are.
No, there are. There's 2 left.
Well,
There's 2
there's
left.
places over here you can go.
Yeah, that's it. There are 2 left. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but not only that. There's a place. There's this one.
Yeah, we could destroy turn 1.
Which is place an assistant for free,
Yeah.
and then another assistant.
Wow.
That is what it is indeed.
Right.
But I'm going to go.
It's me next.
Sorry.
But I was looking that up, so that's why I'm slightly delayed.
That's all right.
Now,
Paul doesn't get a
I think I
4
just rotated
No.
my dice. I did.
don't want to do that.
It stuck to my finger.
That's quite good. What did I do in the last game? That I did that a lot in the last game. I'm gonna go there. Done. So can I remove this now on my turn, or only when you place an assistant?
On your turn, you can do it now.
When you place a dice, you can remove.
Okay,
You can move
drop.
an assistant.
Just when you
downwards.
place a dice.
You can move an assistant downwards.
Okay,
Or
thank you.
remove them from the market.
Thank you.
Remind me why you would want to remove it?
Three.
To get one of these.
Yeah, cog. So right, yeah, so
It,
now
it's a cheap cog.
Yeah.
Ah,
So it make no sense for for Robert because
He's
a
getting a
cog.
cog in phase 6.
Yeah, so you can take it out.
so
So
I can-
Unless you needed one to buy a
one there.
particular
one there.
character.
So that was one. Where was I going to get the other one from? I don't know. Oh, I remember.
Ah, that's what you're doing, is it? Interesting. There's a lot of twos about. I thought there might be. Okay, so yeah, Carsten says he's been playing it wrong.
That's very interesting to hear.
Kind of wanted to do that. Who's got? You've got 6 left.
Mhm.
Anybody got anything higher than? You've got 3. So I'm going to go there.
And I feel like I ought to go in and upset someone, but that's where it was always planned to go, so let's put it there.
Okay.
I know it's not standard form, but I don't have to ask me to tell me.
We don't mind telling you.
Yeah. Probably makes it easier to understand.
Also, I don't want to be giving away what I might be going for. So
I'm going to keep on asking dumb questions about how many phase 6 actions. I mean, do you get?
You do all of them.
in phase 6, everything triggers it.
Right. So
Everything
where it
triggers
says phase 6 here, you're just triggering it.
You're
out of
triggering
turn.
one of them.
Yeah, trigger one of them more than once at a turn, and then in
Okay.
actual phase 6, everything you've got that is income is going to trigger.
Okay. Right. I need to make
And
a
I'm pressing the last one, aren't I?
decision. Can you do you resolve the boards in the order
Yep.
1, 2,
1 to
3,
8.
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
Oh well, I've done it now.
It's going to go first. So, last dice. So it's going to be good wherever it goes. Yeah, I think I'll go there. That's where. Then again, that's only 2 buzz. Whereas that is probably better. So I'll go there. Right, we're all done. We're all placed. So board number 1, starting with yellow. So you move down to an action space. You get 1 newspaper, and you take that patent.
I'll move down and I'll take the Faraday cage, please. Got
Get a
the
newspaper.
I'll take the
Take the
Faraday,
Faraday cage.
Thank you.
Okay, done. Board 2. So it's this one first.
Then it's
Take.
me.
Yeah. So Rob, you get a first thing in the British Museum.
Yeah, I'll take the newspaper, plus 1 newspaper,
Yeah.
please.
Then Andy,
How come Rob's not moving the other dice?
he will. You move it down when you take the action.
Oh, I see. So I was just doing that out of order then, I guess.
Yeah. Now you don't have to take it. You could pass, but if you
Right.
pass, you don't get the pound.
I will take it, please.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
you-
change. take the last one.
So 5, 6, 7, 8 change. There you go. Okay. What's next? Bank of England. Red, blue.
So that looks good.
Oh, I forgot that the last space
3
is
income
£2.
and no points. And then this one, I'll have the 2 income, please,
Yeah.
and 1 VP.
I forgot
I
that.
mean,
that
I've just
cost
spent
me
as much
£2.
money in the first round as I've spent in the first 3 in previous games. And I
Could
didn't
I-
need to, because none of you
One
built
big
bought any
big
dice.
Blue. Can I have 1 income and 2 points, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Right. What's next? Westminster. So
Right.
Black moves up, gets a £1, and gets another £2.
Yeah, can you
So, thank you very much.
£3. Yellow gets £2,
black.
and then
Pays
black
£2
can
to
spend
get-
£2
To
to
activate,
move up, activate a phase 6 ability.
to move up one
1 on your income track.
on the income track.
Okay, that's that done. Next, the Reform Club. So yellow goes first, gets a buzz.
Put me 1 up on the buzz track, please.
You are yellow.
But actually, I'm going to pay for that, so put me up 5 on the buzz track.
It
Put those
goes,
in the pot, please.
you go past the
You
thing
get
that
a-
everybody does.
So you get a bulb back because you've hit there.
Yeah,
And are you dropping off a
I'm
marker?
dropping off a marker, yeah.
Yes, Buzz.
So you've taken the one I wanted. So there's only one I can take. Although I could do one of these anytime action things. So I'm 1 up on the buzz track.
Oh, and I
mate.
get,
Oh, you get
3
points.
You're
points.
blue.
3 points for yellow.
1 track, 1 track. These are the points.
Yeah, but Andy's moving me on the buzz track.
Yeah, sorry, I was
So
doing
right.
what Paul G said.
Yeah.
Not Paul L.
And then
Yeah,
I'll
what did you
take,
move yellow up on? What did you move yellow up for your VP?
because he just got Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, okay.
So I am going to spend an energy
Okay.
Actually, no.
to take a Paperboy. So I immediately get 6 points. So 6 points for blue, and I get the pocket watch. So whenever you get the pocket watch, I either choose to take 2 points immediately, or I get 3 money in phase 6, and I keep that until somebody else gets a pocket watch ability. But I don't think anybody's going to, so I might. I'm going to have it that way up.
Okay.
So that is the Paperboy done. Red,
So I can't get in here then.
so you get a £1 compensation. No, you don't. It's only if you can't do an action that you get a £1.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yep.
Well, you could spend some money.
Ah, to get
If you got another
Right.
cog, you could have Michael Faraday.
right, which
So if you spent 5
which
money,
gives a phase 4 ability.
yes,
Hmm.
a much discussed phase 4 ability.
Yeah. so I'd have to spend 5 money to get a cog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, so
I'll do
5
it.
money to buy a cog,
There
and
you
then
go.
spend that cog
Play the game.
with your other cog
Yes.
to buy Michael Faraday and get 6 points, 6 immediate points, but no other immediate bonus.
Okay. Which is this track?
6 points for red.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the Reform Club done. London Times. Yeah, basically you've got 2 things in here, so you get 3 buzz and a newspaper.
Yeah.
3 buzz for yellow.
Very good.
You dropping a marker off?
Don't.
Well, it's every turn it's 10 points.
It is.
Right.
The thing is, am I going to get to the next one on the next turn or not? Because if I can get to the next one on the next
But
turn,
you get 12
it's
points.
worth not
Yeah.
dropping it
It
now.
is.
But I've got other things I need to do.
Well, you get 6 buzz next turn. That's because if you get 6 buzz, it's worth.
Well, I can get to. When do we get that stuff down there?
What stuff?
The one that I'm already in. Is that
Straight-
phase 6?
straight
That's
phase
phase
six.
6, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
what you want.
So I'm going to get 2. So I've only got to get 4. So I'll get 2 next. So I've got to find 2 next time. Yeah, okay. I won't drop anything.
Okay, right. Port of London.
Right, so
You're
I'm
first.
First.
So it moves to there, and then which of those 4 things do you want?
I think I want the gear.
Yeah, so you get 2 gears, and then red.
I'll have a dice, please.
There you go.
So I think that goes on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Waterloo Station is me and me.
And then me.
So I will take 2 energy, and then I'll take another energy and 2 buzz.
Okay.
Buzz short. Yeah. So
I'll
could I have
take-
3 energy, please?
I'll take energy and a newspaper
There you go.
by doing my income ability for that one.
Okay, so that's Waterloo Station done. That is phase 3 done.
Okay.
So phase 4, characters. Oh,
Who knows characters?
that was bad planning, wasn't it? I've got to pay 3 for this little guy.
So you pay
3.
3.
Yeah.
I got pay 3.
Can I have 17 change?
And in phase 4, I can spend newspapers to get buzz. I don't have any newspapers. Terrible, terrible planning. Any other
In
phase
4, I get 1 point per 2 newspapers. I have 2, so I'll take 1 point, please.
4? 1 point for yellow. Anything else for phase 4?
No.
Right, phase 5, building prototypes. Anybody want to?
Okay. So I could spend 8 cash to buy 2 extra bulbs and flip the Faraday cage.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No, thank you.
I'll hold off.
Okay.
But,
How did you get all the way up here on the income track, Robert?
He took 2 massive income boosters from the bank.
Yeah, he took shares.
But of course,
no, I'm
I was
fine.
Mr.
I'm
Big
happy.
in the
I'm
stock
happy.
exchange.
but he gained 5 income, but it cost him 7 cash to do it. So that's a bit of a
You're not
mess.
doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Phase 6. So we all get money. So how much does everybody want?
4 by the look of it for me.
I get
So-
4 cash.
4. Hang on, we'll go round. Robert?
9, please.
9. Rob?
I get 5, 4 from here, and 1 from having a
Okay, sure.
prototype.
Andy?
I think I get 5.
There you go. And what am I on?
And then I get a newspaper as well.
5.
You are also on 5. Yeah, you're also on 5.
Faraday
But it's
cage,
per, it's per.
I get 2 buzz.
I was
Oh, I
told
see.
it's per
Per
Okay.
pattern.
per pattern, not per
So yeah, phase 6 abilities.
per pattern, not per.
I get 3 money.
When do we move up on the?
When you get an assistant action.
And provided you meet the criteria.
But you're not in a rush to do that.
We can spend this any time, you say, can't we?
Yeah. So has everybody done all of their phase 6 abilities?
I believe so.
We dropped 3 spaces on the income track.
So have we done these ones?
No, we haven't. We haven't done this.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Aha, so I get a buzz. That's the buzz. Well, we'll do these in order. So yellow, you get a newspaper.
And a light.
And an
and a light
energy.
bulb.
Yeah. White, you get 2 money.
2 cash.
Me, I get a buzz, which moves me up to there. So I will drop a marker off,
Your blue
because
one.
apparently that's the thing to do. And then I will take 2 money with that. Red gets a cog, and black gets a newspaper and an income.
The income doesn't count. though.
Correct, because this is afterwards, I think. Okay, so has everybody done all of their phase 6 stuff? And Paul, you've got
Yeah, it's done.
your things for there.
Yeah.
Phase 7, he goes home. These all come down by 1. And then we do end of round stuff. So these go, dice come back
We
home.
need to move each of the income markers down
I've
by
done that.
3.
I've done that already.
Yeah,
just
did that.
We just did that.
You're still ridiculously high.
Good, that's what I wanted.
Dice come home.
Don't be so kind, please, Paul.
And that is the end of round 1. So, any questions? Tony's here. Hi, Tony. Thanks for joining in. And Matt did join us. Thank you, Matt, for joining in. Right.
Before we move to the next round, Paul, I'm
Yeah.
going to spend 4 newspapers to buy myself an extra die.
You are
White.
okay. So we set some new things out on the board. We have these, which are the 3 tiles for the autumn of 1849. We have 3 more of these. Nobody took a loan. Okay. We have 4 new characters. So we have August Borsig. We have Joseph Ressel, William Armstrong, and Carl W. Siemens. We have the beach loading cannon. Sorry, the breech loading cannon. We have the steam dental drill. We have the audio book. And we have Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace itself.
Self.
Is there any other setup that needs to be done? No. Right. So, I have an objective this turn, which is to not pay so much for my paper boy. So, set your dice. Last chance to buy extra dice if you want to spend 4 newspapers. I don't have any. Oh, that moves on.
So that's if you is this sets again or is that
No, it's for either or.
either or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Bernie is saying he tries to avoid buying gears and energy for money. Yes.
Well, there we go.
You try to avoid
Yeah.
it, but sometimes you
Yeah,
just
don't we
you
just?
just need to. Right, so I need definitely one of them. I need definitely one of them.
Yeah, this is the problem. I need.
Definitely need that. I totally need that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yes. Indeed. Okay. Yeah, there's like 9 things I want to do.
Yeah.
I guess getting some dice is one of them then.
Yeah.
Maybe. Right.
Ooh. Ooh. But no but. Yeah.
Huge numbers of loans. I think I'm going to be taking. Let's see how that works.
Good.
Yeah, good for you. I'm
Yeah.
interested to see how you do it.
I've gone very low expenditure in previous games, so let's go the other extreme.
Right, we all chosen?
Yeah, just kind of random, really.
I've gone with 14.
17.
14.
So
I think I've gone with 12.
there's my 14. Spent. Paul, you're 14?
17.
17, sorry.
13.
I'll be taking loans very quickly.
13 for Robert.
14. Yeah, 6 change, please.
6 change for
13.
and I've 12.
So you get the newspaper. Turn order is exactly the same as last time. Paul's first. So what have we got? If you pop your dice in the corner of your...
Yes.
So you've got 5.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a 6. Okay. Is yellow out of money yet? Not quite.
Not quite.
Give him a minute.
What's Carl Siemens' immediate benefit?
His immediate benefit is...
It looks like you get
Not sure.
That's a phase 6 ability.
Can you take my yellow guy off of there, please, and give me a cog?
Sure thing.
Hang on. Now I've got placement. So I'll be placing him back where he came from for 2 money.
Oh, I think it's that.
Okay.
So in phase 6,
You get
you get a thing.
one of them.
You get,
You
a
get
random
one of those in
Right.
phase
Ooh.
6.
I go there. I'll take my
Okay.
guy
From
off.
the British
From-
Museum.
Receive an undetermined research tile with a green back.
No, you immediately get it, and it's a phase 6 action thing.
Yeah, which allows you
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
So you get a face down one and turn it over.
Yeah, you can
Like
take
you
a,
did.
you can take a tile from the British Museum, or you get a random one.
Oh, I see. Right.
You take my guy off, and I'll take a cog.
You're white.
Yes.
Oh, somebody else has already. Oh, did somebody take a cog last time?
Yeah.
So the last round.
No, this round.
No,
I've
Paul's-
just taken
Paul's
one.
just
Just
done
now,
it at
right,
the beginning
okay.
of this
I
round.
blinked.
Hang on,
Yes,
have
he
you-
did.
Have you done your action roll for it?
Not yet.
That's
Doesn't
what I
this
thought you'd
doesn't
done.
this refill with cogs at the beginning of each?
It did.
round?
That's why I was asking
Yeah.
who took the first cog.
Right.
Sorry, Robert, you're next. I apologise.
Right.
I'm jumping ahead. Put them back on, please, and the cog. Sorry, thought you'd done.
Okay. So now you can do the thing and do the thing.
I'll do the thing.
Do
yeah.
the thing.
So, do the thing there. Take my guy off for a cog.
Yeah.
Then
Done.
I'll pay
Boom.
1 to put him back on again.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
So I take him off the newspaper to gain the cog.
Yeah.
So I gain the cog.
Oh, sorry.
Oh sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then you spend one to put it back.
And I spend 1 to put him back on.
It's a cheaty cog.
Hmm.
Bernie's saying that's your cheaper gear. Don't know what he means.
Hmm.
That's your cheaper gear.
That's cheaper than
Yeah.
buying it, I suppose.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, right,
yeah,
okay.
that's a cheap way of getting it,
Yeah.
yeah.
How much did you pay?
Whatever it costs to go back on.
2, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, I effectively paid nothing because I took a guy off, took
Okay.
the cog, and then paid to go back.
For this, do you have to have?
Yes.
Built there,
Whatever,
yes.
whatever the question is, the answer
Yeah.
is yes.
Okay.
That is the flip side. If you look, it's
Right. Okay.
yeah.
What
Thank you.
about
Um,
yes?
Stop it. Right. Right, it's me, isn't it? And I'm going to go here.
Right.
I think we should pass over to the audience. Whenever you feel getting too slow, just say deploy the fork,
Deploy the fork.
and someone's getting forks.
So
It's a shame we don't have someone
I
called Luke,
might.
right?
I'm going to do this. So I'm going to
You're getting
remove.
forked for that
I'm
job.
going to remove that to get a cog,
Yeah.
and then I'll spend 1 to put it back on.
Yep. That works.
That you can't remove that to get a cog because it's
It was
below
too low.
level
Oh, I
3.
can't.
Too low,
Well
wasn't
spotted.
it?
I couldn't
Below
do
the
that
line,
either.
yeah.
Well
I couldn't have
spotted.
done that either. Yeah, I would have been about put that back on.
Yeah. So Rob cheated. Nobody spotted it in the chat. Yes, Carsten just spotted it.
Mm.
There is a 20 odd second delay.
Yeah.
So you're owed an assistance action,
Yes.
as am I. But I'm just going to move that.
I will spend 4. So I spent 1 instead. I spent another 3
Yeah.
to make it 4. Stick another assistant on the higher end of the
Yeah.
naughtiness scale.
Yeah. Thank you for spotting that. We did pick up on it.
Mm.
Where are we? Back
Is
to
it me?
Yes.
While things were going, I placed that there, and
Yeah.
I've not taken an assistant action, but that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Which needs you to have.
London level 2.
Right. Okay.
Westminster level 2.
Gotcha. Yep.
I'm going there.
Okay, I'm going there.
Now then, interesting. Yeah, it fills up quick.
I think I'm just going to use my assistant action to go here.
Mm. Um. What do I want? want to do? Who's got what have you got? So you've got a 5 left.
Andy's got a 5.
Okay, I'm going to do that then.
Rob's got lots of little numbers. Really going for that.
Yeah, right.
No, you're talking crazy.
He's placed all his dice in the British Museum.
Me.
Oh. Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Isn't it just?
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole host of things I want to do. But let's do. Well, that's quite good as well. Yeah, so there's no point me going in there. Well,
Probably not.
possibly, maybe, no. Too much competition. They would be good, and also they would be good. But do I want to do that? Who's going to blow up the black market? That's the question.
Probably anarchists.
Yeah.
They tend to be a good scapegoat.
It's always the anarchists.
Oh yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go there.
Yeah. Tricky now. I don't wanted to go there, but I'm not going to get that now. That's a bit of a blow. Not getting the buzz there is a bit of a disaster.
Oh, because you needed that.
Yeah.
Well, there's some buzz here available.
Well, yeah, but I need that buzz with this one, and if I don't, yeah, it's tricky now. Very tricky. I think I still do that.
Okay, so now onto the people with 2 dice left.
On the patterns, please.
Yeah, so they're just saying in the chat what you could have done here is rather than putting the new one on, you could have moved that up to the top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then moved it down to get the cog, which means you would have ended still with
Okay.
an assistant in there.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Happy with that, yes,
It's you, Paul.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where did you go?
I went here. Waterloo Station.
Well, I guess you don't have to do an assistant, but actually, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go there, and I am going to. I am going to pay 4. I'm going to put that in there and hope nobody decides to blow it up.
You said, well, was this one per patent, or is it
Have a look.
one if I've got a patent?
I think that's 1 per patent.
Marvellous.
Nice.
Okay. Red and white.
Best back
With your last dice.
A little bit more income.
Okay, right, we're all placed. Actions. So the patent office is yellow first.
Mm.
You get a newspaper. I go next, and I take a newspaper and the audiobook,
I'll take the next two,
obviously.
whatever they are. Thank you very much.
Things.
I did not
Okay.
expect Paul L to go for that one. I'm interested to see what he's got in mind.
Right, here you go, Rob. You can have all of this stuff from the British Museum. You get-
Ka-ching. Oh, I have to pay 2 cash for the privilege.
Yeah, 1 cog and 1 energy.
Well, they're not income.
I'll let you do. No, they're all immediate bonuses.
Oh, whoops. That'll learn me. Wasn't going to be too good.
Yeah,
Never mind.
they were.
That's why it's still plus 60 fees.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that's plus
That's
1
Adam.
income.
Yep.
Plus 7 cash.
7 cash.
Plus 1 buzz.
Or you're white.
Plus 1 newspaper. And 1 cog. And 1 light bulb.
Ka-ching.
Okay, so the Bank of England. Red, yellow, then red.
I'll have that one, which gives me 1 VP and 4 income. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Give me 1 VP and 3 income, please.
So that's the VP. Say that again.
3 income.
I've got the 3 income.
Yeah.
That's 1 VP.
There you go.
And then Robert, you choose the last one. If you pay 2 money.
Yes, I will. So that's 2 money.
2 money for 2 more
2
income.
and 2 VPs.
Right.
Wow.
Over-
Confirm what that one means for me, please, Paul. I know what the income one means, but
So when you build this,
Yep.
any player gets that
yeah.
and can move an assistant in the black market down a space to get a cog. Okay, that's what that means. Move down one of your assistants in the black market onto the next free space. Oh, don't get the cog. You just move them down.
Okay.
So that's the penalty. Right, so me first. I'll have a £1 and another £2. I'll have £3.
I just get an energy.
Energy. And then red spends £2 to gain £2.
So that's a
It's a different £2.
Smells cleaner.
Okay, the Reform Club. So it's red, then black, then yellow.
So red and black are both getting a buzz,
Red and black get a buzz.
we both get our first buzz.
which was a bit of a blow.
I've got
Bit of a disaster, really.
1. Can you get the dice guy?
Bill.
Oh, I've got this up. No, I haven't.
What's that one?
There you go. So
I'll
yours-
get any of those things, including a random one, but I don't want a random one.
Seven
So
each.
I'll have
That
I'll
one.
have William Armstrong,
Okay,
the guy that gives you dice,
then black.
and I pay that and that.
You're going to build it straight away.
Good to say we do this phase 6 in order, do we?
Yeah.
So we do income and then we do
We're gonna have
this.
Siemens, I think.
That's 3 VPs for me.
I'll have the one that costs 2 money.
1, 2,
Okay, so you're all doing your immediate bonuses.
Yeah. I mean,
So you get
I get that
tile number 13.
phase 6 action.
That's your cog, please, Rob.
Sure. Can I have a red dice, please?
You can have a
That's your 6th one.
It is.
Wow.
So when do we pay that?
Here,
Okay, good.
phase 4.
Where do they go?
London Times. Did I not go there?
Apparently not.
Oh,
Andy, have you paid the costs for that guy?
I have.
So you
Yes.
flip him now,
Do I?
you get no points. So you flip it over.
and you're supposed to overlap them like that.
Yeah, but
Then you
there's
can
not
see
enough
other
room
stuff.
to do.
No, there is.
Well, there won't be
There
in a
is
second,
now.
but yeah, right.
Well, we don't need that. So you've got space.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Loads of space. There you go.
Right, what was I doing? Oh, I was doing that.
You were doing that. So you get a newspaper,
Yeah,
and then you get 3 buzz.
yeah.
Is that your cash, Robert?
Mm, I'll move it.
Yeah.
You'd move me up 3 buzz, please.
My
3
Andy.
buzz for yellow.
So I'm going to take that one.
Sorry, I'm moving the yellow up 3 bars.
Okay. So I've that done. Here. So it's me first. Now. Two cogs is probably nice. Yeah, let's take two cogs. Could I have two cogs, please?
You may.
Two gears.
I guess that's.
You get your extra type. Oh, there you go. Throw it
Thank
at
you.
you. And then red, are you going to pay £2?
Or are you going to bust the black market?
You're going
I
to
could
sell the
bust
dice to
I
get
could
9
bust
points.
the black market.
Sell the dice.
So does the button just reset it, and
It means everyone has to leave except this guy who goes in at the top.
then it carries
Yeah.
on again from the next turn?
But if you've already got one in
that's-
there, it's generally not worth doing. Because it's costing you a light bulb at least.
But you're knackering everyone else, so
Well,
it's,
yeah.
it's the take.
Yeah, I'll
That-
take
that's
two-
that's why I never saw it
I'll
happen.
pay 2 money to go there,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll go there, so that's 2 money.
Oh, well,
That means
well
I can
and truly
do
screwed me.
An assistant for free.
assistant action for free,
Yeah.
go in there, bust the black market.
Oh, it's horrendous.
That is horrendous because I don't get me buzz, so I don't get up to there.
So that's the perfect reason for him to do it then.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have put the
Should've-
6 on the other
should've
board.
done
Yeah,
it.
that
Should've
does
saw
more
that.
damage to everyone else than it did to him. So,
Yeah.
And then you pay for an assistant. So it's one free assistant followed by a paid for assistant.
Right, so
Which
the
could
pay
be-
for could go in at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then that could get me a newspaper.
It
Yeah.
would.
That's a really good
why
move.
not? Why not?
Cool.
Should have seen that
Everyone-
coming.
Everyone
More
else
money.
arrested.
Right. Okay, what's happening here then? I'll go for the energy and 2 buzz, please.
There's the energy, and
that-
you are blue,
So
so.
that's me another energy.
Busting round.
Another energy.
Yeah, thank you. Lots of this stuff. Black.
And I
Thanks,
go
a bit too
for
from over
a
there.
phase 6 action and 2 buzz. So.
No, it's or. There's a slash in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn it. Well, in which case, I'll go for an energy and a phase
Yeah.
6.
Which phase 6 action do you want?
I'm
Do you
gonna
want to
go-
take one of these?
Oh, does that, you mean, you get.
You activate one of your
Oh, I
phase
see,
6
yeah,
abilities.
no,
And you've got 2 phase 6 abilities. So
sure, yeah, no, I'll take one.
let's
Please.
give you this random one here. There you go.
Okay. That's an instant.
Yep, instant. 1 income and 3 buzz.
So that happens right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is more or less
Keep
what I
it
wanted.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
We still in
Okay.
four.
Do you want to drop a marker off?
Of course I want to
Could be
drop a
3
marker
points
off.
on.
What kind of crazy man would not drop a marker off?
Right, is that it for all of the actions? I believe it is.
Yes. Mhm.
Phase 4. So I need to pay 1 for the paperboy because I am on the
Yeah,
same
I'll be
level.
building breach loading cannon.
Hang on.
Oh,
phase 4.
Phase 4,
Pay-
sorry. I get 2 points for my newspapers.
Who's going to send the first die away to London? Yes, I thought Robert was going to do it.
Yeah, so no.
He decided to screw everybody else over.
Yeah.
Put me 2 points on, please.
2 VPs.
Yeah,
Okay.
then 4 money, so a loan,
Hey, we've got our first loan.
Okay, you can have that one.
and 16 money.
116.
Red.
Because it's
Uh,
20. Is
So
that
No,
ten
it's
for
10,
loan.
as 6 money.
Yeah,
Red.
he's at it again.
Um, so I've paid the wages.
That's upside down. There you go.
It doesn't make any difference. I'm hoping to pay it off. I've paid the wages. I've got the points for the newspapers. That's phase 4 done for me.
I need to pay 3 to makes 5 money. And I don't get my benefits because I haven't got any of the other kind. I've just got people.
I
Okay.
have no people.
I just pay 1, so can I have 4 change, please?
And I've paid mine
1. Says -3.
because he's in the blue zone.
I'm in the blue zone.
Oh, sorry, it's that, not turn order.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
I've paid my 1 and I'm not going to do the. Oh, do I do the ability? No. No, I need these newspapers to do other stuff at some point. Yeah, I don't quite know what, but I'll do something with them. Right, phase 5. Turn order, building stuff. You can build up to 2. So how many points do you get for that?
Let's pay for it. Take that away from me. I get number 8. And I get 2 points. And 49 still, yeah.
So you're having the ability.
Sorry?
You're having the
Well,
ability.
the points are his.
Yeah, the points are yours. Who do you want to have the
Oh, I'm
ability?
having the ability and
Okay.
it's costing me 4 money.
Right, okay.
Then you gain the +2 power income.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you got it?
Okay.
Done?
Yeah.
Done.
Anybody else inventing anything?
I am. I'm going to spend 2 of these and 1 of these, so 2 power and 1 cog, to develop the steam dental drill, which gets me 9 VP, and I volunteer, doesn't matter, 14, and I volunteer Mr. Grogan
What?
to have it. So you get the watch, which you've already got,
Oh,
you get 1 newspaper,
hey!
and you lose 2 on the income track.
What?
Is that an immediate -1 because you touched it?
No.
So when do these have the effect?
When you do the income.
Okay.
Oh.
If you get there, is it -1 per step?
So I could now flip that over and get the 2 points, but I'm
Yeah.
going to keep it on there.
And I flip this over
Oh, it's horrendous.
onto its back.
It's only the inventions that you get the victory points for when they're flipped, right?
Yeah.
Characters.
So I
You,
did.
you should have got that, but
Okay.
it was worth none. In 1849, it's worth nothing.
Oh right, okay.
Right.
And I'm going to build the audiobook. So
I see.
one of them and one of them.
That's balanced. I
It's
can
only
see
2
what you do there.
points for building it now.
Yep.
So do I want to build it now?
Gets you lots of money.
Because I'm going to get the 4 points of the synergy bonus whenever I build it. There's a reason why I wanted to build it now, and I can't remember what that was.
You were going to get this card which synergised with it, which I took.
Was it?
I took a card you said you wanted, and I've noticed
No.
there's
No.
no.
No, I didn't want you to take that one. Oh, go on, build
Dunno.
it now. And I'm going to get the bonus of 8 money.
Right, well, you can get your own money.
We'll
Do you
get
get
our
points
own
for
money.
it? So
2.
2 for blue.
2 points for blue. Yeah. Be more if I'd have left it. Okay, so that's phase 5 done. Any phase 5 abilities? No, phase 6. So at this point, I lose 1 victory point.
Do I want to do it? Do I want to do it?
And I get 3 money.
Don't know if I do.
How'd you get 3?
I think I
Because
wanna
that's
do
my
that.
phase 6 ability for the pocket watch.
Okay.
When does this kick in?
After. So we do income first. So
It's this track.
let me know how much money you all want.
12, please.
4, please.
Track here.
12
Yeah, let's
there.
see.
So it's cash income, all your number 6
4.
production
4.
units, and then we do everything on this.
Okay.
track.
And I get
Income over there for you
I
two.
get 2 light bulbs,
For
please.
me, I
and
get
2, 1
4
on
for
the
me,
income
please,
track.
and 2 for Rob.
Once again,
Hang on. So we do income first. Let's do it one at a time.
Yeah, so I get
2 light bulbs and 1 up on the income track.
Income drops by 3.
Why do
Right.
you go up 1 on the income track? That's very nice. Have you put
So what happens to me?
have you put yellow up 1 on the income track?
No,
I get-
we're doing things out of order.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
stop,
Let's do it in order.
Stop jumping ahead.
We get our money.
We're still doing this bit.
Now we do -3.
Right.
Okay.
So what happens to me?
You go 1.
That's a good question.
Okay.
Is
one.
it 1 per you can't go, or is it just
What's the thing?
it's
Is it
minus,
money?
minus 1?
It's money.
-1
So I
cash.
think I spend 2 money.
Yeah.
I'll just check
One
that.
per-
If
per
everybody
step
now
that
wants
you
to do
couldn't-
their
'Cause
yeah,
I
you
think, I, think,
couldn't move.
I think you're staying here, you just can't go
Yeah.
below.
right.
So
If everybody now wants to do their phase 6 abilities,
Right.
which
1 up for me on the income track, please, Andy. Thank you.
okay.
you do your phase 6 abilities.
Yes,
You
I've
get
just
another
done
one of
them,
these.
and I get another one of those. So thank you.
Can I have 4 money, please? And then gain a newspaper too.
4 money.
Thank
Can I
you.
get a newspaper and 2 cash, please? So I have 2 patents face up.
Cash.
Thank you.
Any other phase 6 abilities? Right. Buzz Strike.
Okay.
Right.
So yellow, blue, and black each get either 2 cash or 2 buzz.
2 buzz, please.
I'll take 2 Buzz.
You will be yellow, won't you?
Yeah.
1, 2. Are you
I'll
So,
dropping
take
it or
1,
I'll
2.
take-
No, I'm not dropping it. 5. Is that 5 I've got to get? So I get 2 anyway,
6,
don't I?
so you get
Yeah,
6.
so I only got to go 3. Yeah, that's easy enough to do.
I'm not. Ooh. Actually, it's pretty terrible for me. Buzz wise, I'm not doing very well on the buzz thing. Because I messed this up.
Yeah, I've got no buzz either. Nothing.
So, no, I'm going to drop a marker here. Which means I immediately get the 2 points. Okay. Is that the end of phase 6? Right. Phase 7. So that drops off. That goes down by 1. We then reset things. And we move on to the
I'm
next
buying
one.
a dice.
So we need another cog on here. We have John Bunn Martin, Amelia Edwards, Etienne Lenoir, Robert Stevenson, studded jeans, an ether motor, a pneumatic tube nail, and a thinking machine. Right, dice come back. We are now in 1850.
Thinking machine. I've got a synergy for that somewhere. I probably don't want it.
Okay, so 1850. We
Almost certainly
need
don't want it.
these 3 shares. We have new cards here. We need 3 more for that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Lots more immediate benefits, and that moves on. And
I'll be right back, sorry.
we are ready. What are we doing for money? I'm surprised only one of us has taken a loan, and only 1 loan.
Yeah, I'm probably going to take 2 now, just to pay for my dice. Now that I've got more dice.
Yeah, I've been focusing on getting money, and I've been focusing on getting these, even though I don't really need them. It's characters I need. My income's a problem, isn't it? How do you get your income up? It's this.
You get these.
It is those, isn't
That's
it?
quite a good way of increasing your income.
Yeah, it is those.
And they don't dice.
Yeah, that's kind of good.
Yeah, what is that? I was
Well,
trying to
it's in
interpret
phase
it.
4, you get points based on where you are in Westminster,
Oh, right.
which is expensive.
But she pay, yeah, it
More
kind of
expensive.
offsets a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
You get points, but you cost money.
Okay, right. So, well. Oh, I'm owed 4 points.
Okay, so
I forgot. I got the bonus. Yeah. Yeah, I'm winning. Got my synergy bonus. Oh. Yeah, so many things I want to do. I need another dice. I find it really hard to get newspapers in this game. I got loads in the last game.
huh.
So, yes, I'm going.
Yeah, it's just ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Ugh, ugh. Right. Can you do that? We're in 1850 now, aren't we? Okay.
Apparently so. The Iron plays are well themed.
They do fit.
Yeah, I don't quite know where I'm going to get points from. I'm spending loads of money, but I don't really see any points coming in. Well, that's not quite true. Really quite like that one, but how am I going to pay for it? How do I do the other stuff? Nope, it's going to have to wait.
Yeah, that's not going to work. No, it's not going to work. Oh dear.
Oh, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, so I'm definitely doing that. Hmm. Okay. Yeah.
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 18.
Give me 2 loans, please.
Hey, lots of points for Paul.
So 15 for me.
Thank you.
I'm 15. No, I'm 14.
So you need 2 loans, which is 20.
Which is exactly what it costs.
Okay.
So have 2 change, please, Paul.
So you're spending 18.
18.
15.
Check that. 10. 15.
Yeah, 20.
20.
You're spending 14.
15.
So yet again, you're going 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And who spent the least?
That was you again, that. 18. It's been 14, did you say?
Okay.
You. You paid me.
Paul spent
Okay.
15.
Phase 2. Dice placement. Off we go.
Let's crack on.
Are you happy with where you sat, Paul?
Well, going last all the time.
It's
No,
quite good to go last in
Yeah,
this game.
actually, going last is not bad
Okay.
because I can see where everybody else has gone and then just
Ruin their
seize
plans.
some kind of opportunity.
Me next.
Oh,
Me next.
again.
Trigger happy.
And that means I can do one of these guys, so I'll
Yeah.
put them in there for 1 money.
Yeah.
1 money.
I'll drop my guy here and use that to move him up on that track.
Okay, so the things I desperately needed to do this turn, I can't. Whoops.
How does that look?
Well, I'm gonna go here, but I'm just uncertain as to which of the assistant moves I want to do. I might just move him up. Okay.
Yeah. Two spaces I wanted to go on. Have gone. I need to go there. And I'll place an assistant in here for 1 monies.
I think I'm going there. Placing an assistant
For 2.
for 2 money over there.
That lets me do an assistant, so
Mhm.
I'll put one there
For 2 money.
for 2 money.
Rob's already done his snuck in there.
Thank you.
Okay, going over here.
Yep.
So, I think I'm okay with. Actually,
You don't have to do it if you don't want.
yeah, I'm gonna go there.
You've got to go on the next
I'll
3
take that
space.
It's got to be that one.
Yep.
Oh, that's fine. I was a bit in 2 minds as to which one to go for
There you go.
anyway. So,
So 3 money.
but that comes in phase 6, doesn't it? Yeah.
Unless you want to remove it to get a cog.
Can you only do that during the assistant action?
You can do that now. When you place a die. Whether you're getting an assistant or not.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, assistant. Do I want to spend 4? Yeah, I think I do. We need a new plan. Do I want to remove it to get a cog? When I could just have spent 5 to get a cog. I think I do, actually. I'm going to remove it. You can have a cog, please.
A gear.
You
gear.
get one of these
Yes, thank you.
gears. You get one of these
Oh,
gears.
yeah, right, yeah. Thank you. Done.
Back to me.
Yes.
You can spend your newspapers at any point. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Mm-hmm. I'll get money there. Can I afford to build that? I really want to go over there, but I can't place that one. That's going to be tricky. Got to go there. Sorry.
That was a 3. As much as I like the boost.
Don't like only having 4 dice at this point in the game.
Uh,
Need more.
you not got 5?
No, still on 4 dice. Sneaked in with a little 1. Go there.
On the chappies, please. On the number 1. On the free number 1.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that blocks that off
Yeah.
from somebody else, doesn't it? Good play.
Blocks it off from me.
Clever
Yep.
play.
Swerving and dodging.
Get the fork ready, Paul.
Where are we at? Whose go is it?
It's me.
Andy's.
It's Andy, and there's a fork impending, so.
I guess I'll go here.
Okay, no fork.
I'm out.
So
Alright.
Mr. Robert.
Looks like it's Robert who's got to take some kind of nasty. Unless you go in London Times, but it's not any good for you, is it?
Not really.
London Timmy's.
So
So yeah, you've got a nasty choice here, mate.
yeah, I can't do anything anywhere else, can I? I might do something there potentially.
Yeah, pay your 2 cash. So.
I haven't got.
You've got a red 1, so.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Okay.
Okay. Are we all placed?
Yes.
Phase
Placed.
3. So the patent office. Blue is first. I'll have a newspaper. Now then. Ugh. I don't have any of the matching characters. So this is you can get rid of one of your tiles.
Yeah.
You don't lose the points for it, do you? You don't.
No, no.
You've
No,
already
you've
got,
already
the
got the
things from it.
points. Yeah.
But you lose 3 money. Ugh. I like losing money. Losing
I
money's
like
bad.
the revulsion.
Well, you
In
can
your
let me
voice.
have it.
Do you want it?
No. I got no money anyway. I don't want to lose it.
Oh, thanks, Bernie K.
Did somebody pick up Holmes in the first round?
Yeah, I did.
But you're not in there.
He's not in
I'm not in there,
the,
no.
the patent office right
No,
now.
I've got enough of those already, so I.
Okay. I'm going to take the thinking machine.
I'll move down. Get newspaper. And I'll have.
You can have. You may as well move your 2 down as well, right? And then you can just choose 2.
Yeah.
I see.
And then black gets whichever one's left.
So
So there you go. You have 2. And then give the last one to Andy. And I will.
clogs.
That's how I get the extra cog. Because I'm going to get third choice here. But I'm going to go here. I'm going to take that. I can have 2 up on the income track.
Just realised I've got that.
And I'm going to take
I'll
this.
put one in that one.
Sorry, blue is 2 up on the income
Who
track.
gets the last
These.
one?
I'll take that one.
That's yours. For you.
Okay.
I've taken the portable decoder from the top of the deck
Income track.
with that ability.
Red, you can make 2 to take.
You're going to pay 2 to take that?
Seems
Well,
worth
it's
it.
a net game,
Okay.
yeah.
Seems worth it.
Or just get Paul to give you 1 because you immediately gain 3. Net gain of 1 plus a paper plus 1.
Plus a buzz.
On the buzz.
Thank you.
Okay. Yellow, white, white.
Which one do you want? Yellow, I'll take the other 2. Yeah, that's fine. So how much BB was that?
1 point and 5 on the income.
Okay, so you're yellow, which is you have to 7 income and 1 point, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, I get plus 7 income and
Income, schminkum.
yeah, plus 7, so up to 7 as well. And 3 BB.
Okay.
You have to pay 2 money to go there.
Oh yeah, I'll pay. I'll pay.
Okay, next. Yellow, white, yellow.
Yeah.
So yellow gets £1 and white has to pay, and then yellow has to pay £2.
Oh, so I got to pay a pound, basically, is what you're saying. Yeah, fine. But I then go up
Twice.
twice, so that gets me a level 6 at something,
Power.
which is going to be 2, or is it going to be
2 cash
2,
visible.
or is it going to be an income? Because I'm going to get them again in a minute. I'll have 4 then anyway. Let's have 2 light bulbs.
Okay.
So that's the first one, and then it gets another light bulb. So I'm like, no, have that
You've
back.
got an income with 2 light bulbs. on it.
Yeah, it's a special one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
yeah.
I think
Have that back.
I think you have to get both of them, don't you? Where's the two?
Because I'm getting the other one back there.
Okay.
Where did the two come from?
He said
Two,
that
that.
one
the
of
two
his
came
income-
from there.
One single from that one. One of his incomes is.
So
plus
one
the
of,
two
so
light
I'm,
bulbs.
I've moved up twice. So one,
But the thing is
It's fine.
that's for two.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yes. No, I'm sorry. Being
Uh,
obtuse.
that is one single level 6 thing, isn't
Yeah.
it? So I'll have the one income instead. And then
So
one
has,
light
have you
bulb for
done?
that.
Has somebody done the one income?
Nope, one income.
One income, yeah.
Okay, so you're done with that. So that's Westminster done.
I'll take the closest one to me.
John Bohan
I've
Martin.
got 2 gears and 1 light bulb.
So 2 gears and a light bulb. You immediately get 10 points.
Yep.
And you also immediately get special purple tile number 4, which is that one.
Yeah.
And you get a buzz for this.
And you get a buzz.
Then black gets a buzz.
Have you, I'll move your buzz, shall I?
I'm white. Thank you.
Yeah. I get a
And
buzz.
drop a marker off.
Yeah, I think so.
Obviously flips, don't you?
Which character would you like?
I'd like that one. It's either going to be Amelia Edwards or Robert Stevenson. I think it's going to be Amelia Edwards.
Oh,
so I have to spend a
subject to
couple of
that.
these to get a gear before I can do that. And then I'd have to spend an energy and a couple of gears.
Well, that's all a bit rubbish.
And that gets me 1 point. Whoop! I got a point.
So Well, I'm just going to spend. I'll lose 2 income, which is down 2 on the track. To take this character, the stopwatch is irrelevant because I'm keeping that, but I get 5 points.
So we'll put the points on.
5
I
points for Blake.
did. I
Yeah.
did.
You know.
Okay, done. Over here, black gets a newspaper and then gets 5 buzz.
Ooh, what's that?
Getting you that.
Ooh.
A track chair. Love these inventions. Yellow gets
2.
so
No,
3
3,
buzz.
sorry. 3.
3 buzz
Which
for
gets
yellow.
me up to the 6.
Yeah.
Is it 1 times 6?
Yeah.
So I'll have 2 light bulbs.
And then red spends £2
Yep.
and gets nothing.
Are you spending your 2 or are you not going to do it?
I might choose to not
Yeah,
spend £2
Yeah.
and get nothing.
and just get nothing.
I've already spent £1.
Right, Port of London. Red first.
Right, I wanted
Is he going to sell a dice?
that one.
No, he's not going to sell a dice.
2 cogs, please. Thank you.
Oh. Oop. I'm going to go there. So my first one's free, and then my second one is that.
Ooh, that's interesting, isn't it?
Well, nobody can go in there now, can they?
Ah,
This round? Oh.
Oh,
but
yeah.
do I want to?
Yes, because it'll be hilarious.
Because I want that buzz where I am.
So can you build that?
Oh, you've got to do it. Yeah. You'll completely destroy Robert, and that'll just be, its own reward.
Well, no, there's other reasons I've done things anyway.
Okay.
So
Okay, well,
we'll have to see. Unfortunately, you've taken the space I wanted as well with it. So
oh well. Syllabi.
Right. So
Waterloo Station.
Waterloo Station.
it's Paul first.
Yellow first.
The poolers, I think, are even trying anymore. You've got a banner outside saying completely illegal black market,
Yeah.
criminals welcome. Worst underground mob boss ever.
Yeah, big neon flashing lights.
Yeah.
Dodgy deals going on here.
The totally secret underground
So-
black market.
going there, and I'm taking that one.
So you move on to the one that you're taking.
So I'm taking 2 light bulbs and 2 buzz.
No, that's it's a phase 6
Either or.
ability or 2 buzz.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I had that problem.
It's a slash, not a plus.
I couldn't eat count. No, I can't tell that.
Or you could have one light
Do
bulb
I
and 2
care
buzz.
about 1 light bulb and 2 buzz is actually enough.
Yeah, you need 6, don't you?
Let's take 1 light bulb and 2 buzz then.
One light bulb, 2 buzz.
You dropping your marker off?
Hasn't reached
No,
it
I
yet.
don't think I am. I
Oh, no,
should.
you
I
haven't.
should.
It's there, you need one more step.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is that one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
So
Red.
I'll go there,
Mm-hmm.
which gets me a light bulb,
Mhm.
and then a phase 6 ability, and I think I'll do the light bulb one here.
This one,
Yes.
Okay.
So I get another
another light bulb,
light bulb.
and then done. Black and black.
Okay, well, one of them's going to be getting 2 light bulbs.
Yeah.
So that's nice and easy. And then, so I just have to decide whether I want to activate one of these
All get 2 buzz.
or get 2 buzz. So we're going to go down 3. But we also get. I'm going to activate my income 1 and move myself up 1.
Okay. So that's all of the 8 phases done.
Oh,
Sorry, that's the
it's-
that's the
I
8.
was gonna say.
Yeah. Phase 4. Paying for characters.
Okay.
So I pay
1.
1.
Ah,
I pay
I
3.
forgot about this. So
Okay.
I'm paying
Change for 5.
So how many are you paying?
Loan.
3.
3.
Oh, and it was a big one as well.
So
So just get Paul to
can I
give you
have
5.
9 change from this
Just get Paul
loan?
to give you
I
5.
needed to pay 5.
Yep. So the loan is worth 10. So just get Paul to give
Yeah.
you a 5.
There you go.
Thank you.
And it will cost you 10 to pay it off, because right now it's worth 9 minus
I'm not
VPs.
following what you're saying.
You got 5 money for taking the loan. Right, done.
So do we get to claim the benefits?
So this is, yeah, and then phase 4 characters. If anybody wants to use any special abilities,
So I
yeah, you get some points.
get some points.
4. Any other phase 4 abilities? Okay, so phase 5. Okay, what you building?
Actually, we'll do that one. So I don't pay for that one. Which gets me
Points.
4 points.
4 points for yellow, and then who's having the ability?
For me,
Okay.
obviously.
It's not much of it, it's not going to give over to Paul, is it? It did.
Yeah.
Give him a kicking.
Yeah.
We've done the 4 points for yellow.
4 points for yellow. 2, 3, 4.
Let's drop that guy down
Which
to
one?
get a cog. The one that's in there.
You can only do that when you place a dice.
Oh, I can't I?
Yeah.
Oh, that's painful then, isn't it?
Just move your assistant up.
Or blow it up.
Well, so I get a free placement and you think I'm going to move my assistant
Yeah.
up, which is free anyway.
Yeah. Because you need the buzz.
I don't care about one buzz.
Well, the
Because I'm getting 2 buzz anyway, I'm level 6, and then I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4.
I need a little devil hand puppet that I can sit on Paul's shoulder and whisper in his ear.
I've been completely screwed with the black market.
Yeah, that's what I've got to do. Nothing else makes any sense.
Boom.
Because it's free,
Yeah.
and that's free anyway.
Oh, beautiful. That's.
Take that.
Yeah.
So that's that one built.
Whose idea was it to play this game?
Whereas,
So that's only one more point if I wait.
Don't worry,
anyway.
because the
So I might
market
as well
never
do that
blows up. People
No.
don't put their money
Yeah.
in there.
I-
Never
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
No, we did
Bubbles
say
just
we
keep
fought
on
5
growing
players.
indefinitely.
So that's 6 points for me, please, and a dice.
6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and another die. Smashing.
So you did both of them.
I did both of
You
them.
paid for the whole lot.
Yeah.
You got your points.
Yeah.
Robert, are you inventing anything?
Yeah, I feel like
Could
inventing
the motor.
a pneumatic tube nail, because we use them in hospital. And they're great fun.
Do you?
We send the samples through. It's, you know, the things
Oh,
which
the
they
old
use
menu
in
things
the
that you
market, which
used
are
to
about
use.
that thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the hospital, we've got ones about that big. Thing.
Right.
So when the doctor takes a blood sample to send to the lab,
Yeah.
they send it
Yeah, all new
in a
items.
thing that goes.
Okay.
It's really fun.
So you're buying a
So I want to do this one.
buying,
So I
you're buying
need-
a light bulb that costs you another 4.
So I need to spend.
Unless you
To get a light bulb, I need
Four
4
cash.
money. Yeah, 4 money for a light bulb.
4 minutes for a light bulb.
That means I can invent this.
No, I'm going to pay these loans off.
basic choose.
You know.
And I pay those.
Who are you giving the inventions
and
to?
Where points are
I'll
coming
give
from.
it to me.
Okay. So one
So
second.
that gives me.
Go back over here.
That gives. I spend.
2 papers. and
Oh
minus
gosh,
1.
no! I might give it to somebody else because that's not money. That's
So
that's income.
that's a negative VP, negative income.
So
Well, you gain 13 VP.
yes,
1, 2, 10, 13.
I'm winning. So shall
So you
I
want
give
to
it
give
to?
someone-
Let's give it to.
I got loads of income.
Let's give it
I
to.
got loads of
yellow.
negative. Are you kidding?
Well, you're quite high on the income
Yeah.
side.
I got-
So you do get 2 books,
You get 2 newspapers.
2 newspapers.
I'm getting picked on here.
Yeah,
I don't think that's bad. -1 income for 2
I would
newspapers.
happily take.
Yeah.
It's not that
Hit me, hit me. You say, right here, I'm going. Right
It's
here.
like losing
Yeah,
one
no,
newspaper.
I know, but I've got this horrendous amount of loans to pay off.
It's even funnier. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right. You of
Right,
them?
that's
So
my
yellow
inventions.
choose.
Robert,
Take-
you,
take- taking 2 newspapers, right? Paul.
You doing anything?
I haven't got the resources.
Anything?
I think I might actually invent some studded jeans. I'm gonna take a cog and then take a gear and then pay a gear into energy to invent it.
Don't flip it yet.
Which gives me 6
6 points.
points.
And then somebody
Somebody.
gets 1 point and loses 3 money.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it might
It's
be.
not going to be me. I'm just not sure who to stitch up. My instinct is Paul because I feel like he's winning. But
How am I winning?
well, it's either Paul or
Go on then, I'll do it. What
Robert.
the hell?
see that's I don't like yeah. I'm gonna go for Robert because he's out in front.
Paul's got more income on here than me. I've got more income on here.
I reckon I'm gonna go for Robert because he's got fewer loans than Paul as well, and he's got more points. So
So what is it? Minus
-3 cash.
-3 cash, but you
But
get
you gain
1
1
point.
point.
Okay. So that's 5.
There we go. Okay. I am going to build the thinking machine.
Did someone give me the point?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, yeah.
So 4 light bulbs, 2 cogs, and 14 points. So 14 points for blue.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there is my stuff.
Right, all right, you're paying it.
Yeah,
So- I thought for some reason that was like, hey, that's got loads of benefits. That invention.
and then I'm going to lose 2 points. I'm going to give that to me. Yeah. So I lose 2 points, but I get 4 buzz.
So you go up to 12.
Yeah. So I've passed over that space, so I take Big Ben. Okay, done. So we've done in phase 5. Any phase 5 abilities? Anybody got any of those? Okay, so phase 6, money. How much money do people want?
Come first. 9 for red,
9 for red,
7 each for white and yellow,
7 for yellow, 7 for white,
3 for black,
3 for black,
and -1 VP for
minus
blue.
1 VP for blue.
And then everyone drops 3, so blue loses 3
I have
more
to spend
cash.
3 cash.
1, 2, 3, back down to 4, down to 6.
I get 4 money from there. Are we on to level 6 yet? Sorry.
Yeah, phase 6
Phase six,
abilities.
okay.
Let's do one at a
Yeah.
time. We'll do you first, Paul, since
So
you're first
4 money,
Yeah,
2 income, and 3 light bulbs.
okay. Robert.
4 money, 2 income, 3 light bulbs.
I'm not sure if I've got any income.
No phase 6 stuff.
Haven't got anything there. Haven't
Okay.
got anything there.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
Nope.
No.
Right,
You,
get
you haven't passed the.
1
we'll do
buzz
that in a
paper,
Oh yeah, of course.
2 cash, plus 1 income.
2 cash.
I think that's everything for me.
I've got an income, a cash, and another of those
Another random doogery.
cards,
There you go.
which is an instant for a cog and 2 cash, a gear and 2 cash.
Okay, and I get 3 money for the stopwatch, pocket watch.
You get a free one of them every turn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's vicious. Very nice.
Okay, now we do the buzz track income stuff.
Okay. So yellow gets 2 cash or,
Or
2
2
buzz.
buzz.
2 buzz, please.
Boom boom. Are you dropping that down?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Done. And then red gets nothing, white gets nothing, black gets 2 cash or 2 and 2 VP.
Blue also gets 2 points.
Also gets 2 points. And yeah, both of you need to pick 2 cash or 2 more buzz.
I think I'll take.
I'm going to take 2 cash.
Yeah, me too.
Because I am pretty screwed on cash. Right. Are we all done? So that's phase 6 done. Phase 7, everything moves down 1, and then we refresh.
Ooh.
And we now move on to the second half of
Turn 4 or 5.
1849.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 1850.
Bring the boys home.
Yeah. Some more cards. I still only have 4 dice. This game hasn't gone well at all.
Oh dear, perhaps I should have dropped that because it's making a difference.
That's my dice
Two
there. I don't know
sevens.
quite how it got.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah.
Right.
7 point less, isn't it?
So I hope people are still in the chat. The chat's gone a bit quiet, but I hope people are still enjoying it.
You get the other screen. Is it just that one, Miss Baby again?
No, looks like looks like the chat has gone
Quiet.
quiet. But yeah, if you're still there, apparently you have 25 people watching. If you haven't put a comment in the chat, pop a comment in there. Just let us know how you're getting on.
So what have we got then?
And we
Oh,
are
we-
at the
we
start of
need
round
some of
4
these,
of
don't we?
5. Yes, we need the 1850.
And you're missing a dice, Paul.
Autumn tiles. There we go. Right. Okay. Oh yeah, 3 more of them. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, smash your regular income again.
Okay, there we go. Right, so I'm not doing very well.
Who have we got then?
Yeah, not doing very well at all. How do I get this stuff?
What does this mean?
That haven't got the faintest idea.
Good question.
It's called number 20.
Oh, it's wherever your
Yes.
thing is on there.
Yeah, receive the bonus of where you are on the Westminster track.
Right.
Yeah.
Who
See it
does
again.
propeller balloon?
Is it
Port
just-
of London tickets should heat up soon, says Bernie. So yeah, there'll
Yeah.
be some competition for this.
Is it stressful to people make out? It depends whether you like this sort of planning ahead and competition stuff.
Is it stressful?
No.
I'm not finding it stressful.
No,
Um,
but we like this kind of game.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm definitely very comfortable with
So-
the dice placing.
Yeah, I mean, I've spent money in that I haven't bothered spending before, but I don't seem to have got any points for doing so.
My aim is to not
Which is a
come
bit of
last.
a, bit of a
It's- Could have
Error.
been more stressful if I hadn't bought 4 shares in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm concerned by my income level and I'm bleeding money.
Yeah, you keep smacking
yeah.
into the.
I've now hit a problem because I now don't have the resources and don't have the money to get the resources. I'll get a loan. I mean, that's what it's all about. Scotty's half watching. Excellent.
Which half are you watching?
I'm just going to take a loan now because I'm not going to put my dice all on ones. So could I have a loan counter, please?
You have one. Oh, it's a B.
Oh.
You love it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So yeah, what do we want? So have I got 5? I've got 1, 2, 3.
Oh dear, where was that? It was on there, wasn't it?
Oh, I totally need that. Totally need that. But what else do we need? We totally need that as well. Need all the things.
Yeah.
That's not great for me.
I had loads of light bulbs earlier, I had like 5. But I have spent them. That's why I don't have them anymore.
Where can I?
Okay.
If this is full, can we still take loans? Or we...
I will check that in the rules. You can discard existing tiles, but you cannot discard loans.
Gotcha.
What do I want to do?
Okay, I've set my dice.
Yeah, I've sent mine as well.
Happy birthday to Scott's dad. Dice selection aspect was tense. Yeah, I guess it is now that we know what we're doing, and we're all trying to work out where each of them might want to go.
I need another loan.
Yeah, I
please.
guess I'm not really looking at what other people are doing, so that's
Thank you, Paul. Can I have
Maybe-
10 more money?
10 monies.
decreasing the stress for
Thank
less.
you.
I guess we're a couple from the end.
Yeah,
aren't
I'd say
we?
tense rather than stress.
Um,
So Alex has been gaming whilst also watching videos about gaming. So that's pretty
That's,
impressive.
that's good. That's good.
If you can also manage to get some sort of computer game going as well,
As well.
you'll be the trifecta.
That's the
So while people are choosing their dice, I'll tell you a little story that happened just before we started filming today. Is we were trying to work out from the flags which nations were in the game, and it turns out that none of us are very good with
I
flags.
think it might be Austria.
But in the top right of each player board is very nicely an image of a particular famous thing from that country. So we were then trying to work out from that which the countries were. So yeah, it was good. I'm sure it says somewhere in the rulebook what they are, but I think we got there in the end. Or you're thinking,
Yeah, so there's one with a flag with two red stripes top and bottom and a white stripe in the middle. Wondering if it's Austria. Is that right?
possibly is
Maybe
Austria.
yeah.
Okay.
Or was it
But we
Austria-Hungary
couldn't.
that one still?
We couldn't figure it out.
No, so
Then-
there's one we still didn't know.
Yeah.
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 Thinking back to playing Empire Total War, it sounds like the Austrian style flag, because that's where I get most of my historical knowledge.
So red, white, red in
Are
stripes.
we all set?
A red flag with a white stripe.
Okay.
through the
Yeah.
middle.
I don't know if I've done the right thing, but
16.
15.
So 16 money.
13.
Is that all?
That's why it was 16.
I need a loan. So do I just pick one at random?
Yeah.
Yes, and I give you the 2.
So that gives me.
You're at 14.
16.
So 16, 16,
15.
15. I'm 14. Wow.
Oh, I'm first player.
Because you got a 5.
Because I got a 5.
Yeah, so it's still the and what? Andy, are you sort of ridiculous with that again?
So
How many did you pay?
I've got 13.
Okay.
Yeah, but so there's no-
I haven't actually paid anything. I've taken a loan, but I haven't
Yeah.
received the money. So
So
do I
you pay
just
3?
3? Cool.
Don't forget to receive that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
do
we need
that.
another cog.
I'll do that.
So you get a newspaper again.
So,
So,
it's been pretty much just randomly locked for most of this game at this point.
It's been Paul first. Andy gets a newspaper.
Yeah.
So
Every
I-
round.
I didn't expect to be first this
I got
time.
the first turn.
okay.
Not at 16.
Thank you.
And you've gone. He's in
How do you? And you? When do you have to get 10
Gone
cash to repay it?
at any time.
But you might as well repay it at the end
Mm.
rather than
Yeah.
sooner. There's no incentive to pay it sooner.
Put the game away and study some flags, says Bernie.
I could drop one space. If I drop, where do I drop to get a cog?
There.
There. Yeah, I think that's ideal.
Yeah, he's like a free cog.
It's quite nice.
Yeah, because I don't even want to be on that row.
Okay.
Because that's a. Oh, I suppose. Probably not.
You guys with your shares at the Bank of England. Not interested. Don't look in this direction.
Why
Don't.
not?
No, don't. No, Andy.
Why are you gonna be
Sorry.
that way, Andy?
So I'm going to go in here.
Yeah.
So that's a cash.
Well, I'm going there.
Um,
2 4s. You've got 1 4. Cock that up a bit, don't I? Maybe. No.
Switzerland is red with a plus. Yes.
That's-
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
Switzerland.
Yeah, we knew that one. Yeah.
Scott's saying yes, Austria. So red, white, red is
Yeah,
Austria.
so
And Matt
good.
is saying you're all brave with the loans. He took 3 loans when he played, and it cost him the game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've taken no loans.
Going there, which gives me an assistant action, and I can go there. Yeah, I'll go there. So I pay 1 money.
1
for
money.
that. We've got a German flag almost.
Yep.
Do I get extra points?
No.
Fun with flags.
I'm learning. I'm learning. It's educational.
Right, me. Just a question. If I do an assistant action, can I remove that for a cog still?
No. Because it's got to be at this point or higher.
Right.
Got to be where that banner is.
But could I put one in and then remove it straight away?
Yes. Totally. Yep. Or you could move that one up, and then move it down for a cog.
Do I have to pay money if I move
Yeah.
it up? Right. Otherwise, cogs cost. Yeah. Well, that, yeah.
5 money or 2 newspapers.
Oh yeah. I'm going up here. I'm going to go in here. Pay 2, and then take it away again and get a cog.
Right. So I'm gonna go in. Do I want an assistant action this time? I think I do. But it's so blooming expensive. So I'll go there. It's gonna cost me 2 to go in there, which is all my money. But I'm gonna do it. Put 2 in, put it in there, take it out, get a cog, done. Skint. Let's take another loan. Rob's off to the museum again.
Oh, what have we got there?
What you got left? 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 2. 2, 4, and 1, 3, 3. Okay.
Yes. I'm going to go there.
Andy, your dice are meant to be on here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just so we can see him easily. I got it.
Well, that's a bit of a blow, because when he didn't do it, I thought, no,
no,
we don't have to
no,
take a
I've
loan
got
to
to have
do it.
that because that's 6 buzz.
Okay, and I've got to go there as well. But I can go there with a 1 because I've got to pay 2 money, so I need a loan.
So you get a loan and 8 money.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That's a bit of a blow.
Yeah, Carsten's saying take Livingston. Every loan is good.
Mm.
You get money for loan. In phase 4, you get money for every loan that you've taken.
Nice.
Me next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not going to be enough
Yeah,
to pay
I'm
it
not
back.
even going to pay these loans off. This is the problem. I don't quite know what I'm going to do about that.
Just suck up the points.
I guess.
Just score more than you want. So yeah, I'm now at -10 effectively. Well, plus these, I'm at minus 26.
Minus lots.
So yeah, I'm currently on 12 points.
Whose go is it?
It's me. I'm looking at the.
Back to black.
Shut up, Amy.
Now, I've got a 2 left. There's not many places left, is there? No, there is there, and that gets that, which gets nothing. So, well, I wasn't going to take another one of these because I don't think I'm going to be able to take it. Yeah. Suggestions? Take another character?
Yeah, I mean the Reform Club is. I
If you
mean,
can
I
afford
don't.
it, because there was.
Yeah, oh right, yeah. I
That
guess
one.
that's the thing. I mean, you don't have to buy one, right? I guess that's the.
That's it, kind of a blow because I was going to go there because at the moment I haven't figured out what I'm going to spend that on. I'll spend it on that. I don't know. It's only doesn't really get me anything useful.
The only other thing was to go here because that would have been free, and then I could have moved that up and activated a phase 6 ability,
Yeah, yeah.
which I don't have.
Yeah.
I don't have a phase 6 ability.
So if I went an extra
That was my
one,
problem with
two,
that.
you know, there's no dobber space there anyway, so I'm going to get there anyway. So let's do that.
Mm-hmm. Red. Am I in there? Yes, I'm in there. The one place that I needed to be, I'm there. You're in there twice.
Mm-hmm. I'm going there.
You're going maximum buzz there. Oh, and that's where you'll put your other dobber
Yeah.
on round 4
Yeah.
and get the 22 points.
Yeah.
Any more dice? Yep.
Yeah.
So top tip from me, don't play the whole game with 4 dice. It's not going to work.
Gotta try these things.
Kind of didn't deliberately do. The 5 player is really, yeah, it's quite tight.
I mean, have I got any? I haven't even looked at these.
And I want to do everything. And I can't do everything.
I haven't even.
But I'm not really doing,
It's-
I guess I'm doing this,
it's-
but I don't know if that's actually helping me. How am I doing on the buzz strike? I'm hoping second on the buzz strike.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to get 6 here. And then hopefully I'm going to get 6 there.
Oh, that's not good there then. Who else has got dice left?
Robert.
Just
Robert's got a 2. Cost you 2 money.
Yeah.
Okay. Last dice.
Just before you go any further, Robert, let me just make sure I've got room to do that. Oh, because it comes after it goes down, so I have. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, carry on.
Two money.
2 money.
Okay, right. Phase 3. Patent office. Black first. Gets a newspaper.
So I do. I can't remember what I actually wanted now. That's really ridiculous.
Oh, it's really
So you
unlucky
have
with
one,
loans as well.
Then pass them to Rob, who gets a newspaper, and then pass them to Robert, who gets the last one.
I get a paper.
Yeah, it is that one.
The propeller balloon.
Do you have to build them for the synergy
Yes.
to work?
By the end of the game, basically. I mean, you get the points when you build the second of the two, whether it's the
On the top
catapult.
of the phone, because it synergises with John B. Martin.
Shoot one. That's quite good.
And then Rob, do you want to do your first two here? Which ones do you want?
Oh no!
There's a cog and a buzz,
Yeah.
which is also 2 cash.
You get the compensation.
True. Is that
Yeah.
a money?
Yeah.
I'll take those two.
It cost me 2 money for 3 income, basically,
So that's immediately one
which seemed
cog,
like a good deal.
2 buzz.
That's
That goes back.
Place.
market.
You get this one, Robert,
Thanks.
if you spend £2.
It's worth it.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm going to have to take a loan anyway, so.
Right. Bank of England. Yellow first. So 5 income, 1 point.
Yellow, 5
Mhm.
income.
And a point for yellow.
I haven't got room for it. Oh, I lied.
Red next.
Yep.
Two points, please.
And then yellow if you spend £2.
I get £2 and 1 income increase, basically, because I bounce off the top twice.
Yep.
What does bouncing off the top give you?
1 money.
1 cash.
Money.
Yeah.
Okay, so you spend 2 money
Yeah, to get 2 money
to get 2 money
and 1 income increase, basically.
and 3 points.
That's worth it, yeah.
And then black gets £1 compensation for not being able to do an action. Right, over in Westminster, yellow first gets a money,
And then 2
Buzz.
2 buzz,
buzz. White
white,
gets to activate one of these, which will be 2 cash, please.
2 cash, and then red spends 2 cash if you want to.
Plus 1 newspaper. No, I took 2 cash, sorry. This way around.
You're going to activate Westminster.
Yes, I need to take a loan, please.
There's your £8.
Loans are good, aren't they?
Yeah, loans are good.
Also.
Yeah,
Then I pay 2 money. You've done that. I want to go up to there, get a green, so I could get 2 money
or an income.
or an income. Yeah, I'll have an income.
Effectively the same at this point in the game.
It is, isn't it? So 2 money then.
Actually, 2 money's more.
It's 2 money
Better.
better.
Okay, Reform Club. Me first. I'll take Giuseppe Verdi. So I get no points. But I do get tile number 22. Is it tile number 22? No, it's just a random one. It's just a random one. Oh, that's actually really good for me. And I flip it over. There you go. 3 characters.
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe Verdi.
Giuseppe.
Yeah, Giuseppe. Or Bob to his mates. Okay, that was that done. Oh, and I get a buzz. Can I have a buzz, please? Blue.
That's blue.
Black also gets a buzz.
And
And
I think I just gave me a buzz instead of you, but I'll give you a buzz now.
okay,
Okay, so
I thought we were both together. Yeah, I think we're both on the space before the what's it. I think so.
okay.
Okay, which one would you like?
I'm going for
You can have any of them.
yeah.
John's here. Hi, John. Thank you for joining in. Chewy's here. Really enjoyed it. S and Cash was always so tight.
I'm
Yes.
gonna go for
Yes.
Not if you take loads of loans.
No, exactly. Yeah, just take loans.
Levi Strauss in the first instance.
And do what you've done.
So
I kind of wanted that one, but I didn't.
Wonga.com.
Well, by the time it was possible to sort of put a dice there, it didn't. It seemed likely that I would get
do we
it.
score points off this?
If there's points on it,
Yeah.
so
So
1850, he's got 9 points.
right. Good.
Now then,
And I've got
Oh, it's you
studded
next.
jeans. When does this
now 4 points.
Another 4 points
Yeah.
for that. Okay. Good.
Okay. And that'll give you another phase 4 ability. If you pop your cards up to the top, you can move your playboard to the right, you've got loads of space.
Okay.
And then you can stretch the characters out. It's you next.
I'm gonna have Von Humboldt. So I'm gonna have to get another cog and then spend it. So I just spent some.
Okay.
And
Which
that
means
gives
I
me
will take
another point.
this one. And can I have 3
And
points,
a
please?
newspaper. Yeah.
So yeah, I have David Livingston. I'll go this way.
Where are we at?
We are here.
Okay, we're here.
So now we are
there.
now we are here. So you get a newspaper
Yeah,
and you get 6 buzz.
yeah.
I get 6 buzz.
In fact, I need to get 12 buzz. Should I just take 12?
Yeah, you get
I
12.
got to pay 2 money for it.
Pay 2 money and you get 12 buzz.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So
Put the
what,
thing
you
in there,
passed?
please.
5 money.
I've passed 5 money and I've passed, put a free guy over there.
Okay, and then I get
feel okay.
I get 6 buzz for blue.
Well, I still got an awful lot of minus points.
Oh,
And
nearly.
Rob's got all his.
Slightly more than me.
Oh,
Yeah, I've got all these filled.
I can now activate a phase 6 ability, which is 1 point for each. Sorry, 1 money for each
Nice.
prototype, and I have 2 prototypes. So I get 2 money.
Oh, you
Hey.
silly bugger.
Right. So that's all of this done. Next, red,
Right, I want.
and then yellow.
So I could get 2 of them, but then it will probably burst. So
One's free.
First one's free.
So
Got no cogs
Um,
and no light bulbs.
I'll have some cogs. 2 cogs, please.
2 cogs. Yellow. What would you like?
Cogs are good.
I'll take it, please.
Ah, no.
Is that a big one?
It was yellow.
It's 6 points.
They're both 6, are they? What's the other
That
one?
one's 4.
Okay.
So 6 points for yellow. Yellow has sold the dice.
It's always worth
Six
going
ones
in the
yellow.
one which is furthest to the left.
Yeah.
Of what's available.
All right. Waterloo Station. Me first. I'll have 2 light bulbs. Could I have 2 light bulbs, please?
for.
I'll take a light bulb and an increase on the buzz, which gets me a second light bulb.
You get a
Which
light
of
bulb and
these
2
spaces?
increases.
Yeah, which
Go
gives
on
me a
there.
light bulb because that's
Yeah.
the increase there.
Red
so
next.
if I go for that, I can get money. Ooh, I do want buzz. So
Andy shaking
I'll
his
get
head.
that one. 2 buzz. Put my thing in the buzzer.
Well, I don't have a choice. That's actually not a bad one, really.
A light bulb and a phase 6 ability.
Yeah, I'm going to take a random, whatever these are called, which is one on the income track,
Nice.
which is okay.
You don't get that now.
Oh no, of course not.
It's not,
phase
it's not an
6.
instant. Okay, so that's all of the 8 things done. So phase 4, paying of people. Where am I on the track? Oh dear.
Hold it to yellow.
Oh dear. Could I have a loan, please?
Yes. Another minus 8.
Mine are 0 now.
There's my 2 cash.
Yeah, I need a loan as well.
Oh,
There
so I
we
have to pay
go.
1,
Minus 10.
2, 3. I have to pay 4.
3 money.
Hand over all your money.
So can I have 3? Because I've just got a loan for 10 and I have to phase 7. So.
7 salary.
Mm.
Okay, but in phase
Oh no,
4.
no! I miscalculated. Sorry, hold on. I think we can reverse that. Only in 4, so it's actually only. Oh no, I do still need a loan. Yeah, it's still 7. So it's still exactly the same as what I just
Wow,
did.
your characters are expensive.
They are.
So I have some phase 4 abilities. I get 1 point for every prototype. So can I have 2 points, please, for blue?
That's blue.
And I get 1 money for each loan that I've got. So I get 2 money.
I get 1 point for each character and 4 points for Amelia Edwards.
So you get 8. Wow, nice.
Expensive though.
So that was
I
phase
get
4.
1 point for having 1 pair of things that don't need to match.
The Faraday.
1.
Okay,
One
phase
person,
5.
one
Anybody building any prototypes?
Yes. I am going to spend
Oh, I got 2 points from
two
phase 4.
newspapers, take a cog.
3.
Hmm?
I get 2 points.
2 points for yellow. Robert, are you
I'm not
building?
inventing anything.
Okay.
I wanted to, but
Rob, you are?
Yep.
wasn't as brainy as I thought I was going to be.
Then I'm going to take 1 loan for 10 cash.
Yep.
2 more newspapers. So 2
Okay.
newspapers for that makes 12 in total. I buy 3 light bulbs.
8 for red, not 6.
Bernie says 8 for red, not 6. Sorry, yellow.
8 for yellow, not 6.
I don't know what that's in relation to.
Yeah. Anyway.
8 for yellow, not 6. Oh, for the.
Says 6.
Anyway.
So that's bought me 3 more light bulbs.
Ah, you had the pit value when sending off a die. I didn't know that.
That changes things.
I did not know that.
I'd have sent a higher bid value over there.
Thank you very much for pointing out that.
I just given him the extra 2 points.
Everyone finished on there? Okay.
Did you
Sorry,
play that last
sorry.
time?
I don't think so. I've never sent a dice over there
Well,
before.
if Tom's
Tom
still in
has.
the chat,
Are you still there, Tom?
All right.
yeah, plus the value of the die. Right, thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
So I bought 5 light bulbs and I exchanged 5 light bulbs and 2 cogs
No, looks like he's not there
for
anymore.
the Topperphone, which gets me 20 victory points.
20?
Syncs with John B. Martin,
Yeah.
which jumps me up to there. Gets me 2 cogs back and moves me 1 up on here, which gets me the light bulb.
So that's just all benefits. That.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Scott Nelson's joined in the chat. Says there's a lot going on in this one. Yep,
Yeah,
there
there
is.
is.
Absolutely.
Rob's running away.
Lovely.
Rob's running away with it as
Yeah.
well.
I've had to take a loan. I feel sickened with myself. Disgusting.
Right, where are we up to?
I think we're
We're
doing
in phase
inventions.
5, aren't we?
We're
Any
inventing
other
things.
prototypes being
No,
built?
no.
not. I can't.
Not for me either. Right, phase 6, money.
Oh, yes.
How much
first
money do
phase
people want?
cash. So
Just careful
12
with
for
that,
yellow,
12.
Get picked up really.
10 for red.
It's 12 for yellow,
10 for red.
10 for red,
And minus 1
Uh,
point for
5
both of
white.
us.
I'm going to 5 for white,
5 for white,
1 at a time, and then minus
minus a point for black and blue. Right, income drops by
Then
3.
1, 2, 3, and then minus 3 cash for each of you.
Minus 3 cash, yeah.
Okay. And then starting with Paul, your level 6 incomes.
My level 6 income. So income up 2, 3 light bulbs,
3 light bulbs.
That's
11
income up to-
points and 2 money.
Okay, 11 points.
Yeah.
For what? No, not on there, you're on number 6.
I thought that was.
No.
Okay.
Not
That's
quite.
everything else.
Okay.
We're doing
3 light
this
bulbs.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay,
What
it's a
else
separate
you
bit of
need?
it.
Your 2 income, 3 light bulbs.
That's it.
Okay.
I go up 1 on the income track, and I think that's it.
Okay. I get 4
Well, do we
cash,
can we do these yet?
1 increase.
Yes, it's that as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Paul, you should have got another 1 on the buzz, 1 income and 1 newspaper.
Okay.
You got that?
And I need another 2 money.
2 money, okay.
If I went down
4
3
cash,
income
1 newspaper.
and then I went up 2 and 1, I should still be on 12.
And where you get the extra, I haven't done that one yet.
Here,
That's
this
fine.
one.
4 cash,
4 cash.
1 income, 1 newspaper. Thank you.
Any phase 6 stuff for you, Andy?
Yeah, 2 income. Money and a random
One money and a random bonus.
bonus.
And I get
Which this one is an instant.
5 money.
Have 3 money, please.
Okay. Did red and black get their thing up
I
here?
haven't taken mine.
Okay, right. Now it is the buzz track.
Okay, so that's
Go yellow first, so
yeah,
11 points.
11 points for yellow plus
2 money,
1,
please.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Because I've just paid a loan off and then realised it might not have a fantastic
Okay.
plan. But
Red, 2 money or 2 buzz,
2 buzz, please.
which gets you a light bulb.
2 bars.
Yeah.
I get 2 cash, please. Thank you.
2 cash for me and 2 points, please. Thank you.
And where am I on the buzz track? So I'm in a sort of comfortable second.
Mm-hmm. You are. I'm not.
So-
I'm not going to catch you up.
No, you're third. Yeah, me and
Yeah,
Robert.
so I'll take 2 money and 2 points. 2 points for blue, please. So many. Right. You done with 2 points?
No, I haven't.
2 points for blue. Right. So phase 7.
The blue.
Sorry.
These
Well
all move
spotted.
down. And we get ready for the last round of the game. The last 4 characters, not the last 4, you don't see them all. Choices.
it's not great.
Move on to the last round. Take your dice back. 3 new ones of these. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The final 3 tiles in the Bank of England. What else do we need? I think that's it, isn't it? Okay, so set your dice for the last round. Now then, what do I need now? Well, I need that, and that's going to get me that. Yeah, the points for shipping your dice off at the port are not great now. So Tom's saying Graham taught him, so blame Graham. There you
Yeah.
go. So we blame Graham.
And Graham taught me as well first time as well. So.
Yeah, so it's all Graham's fault.
It's all Graham's fault. Nothing much is much.
How do I get money? I'm gonna rob the bank.
I might be spending light bulbs as money because I've got no way to spend these light bulbs. There's nothing really fantastically useful right now. Does any of this?
That's going to get me that, which is going to get me that. Yes. So definitely totally need to do that. I was going to do that, but I don't think it's going to.
I guess we have to replenish the cogs, don't
We do,
Yes.
yes. Good spot.
What's this icon?
Move one of your things in the black market down 1 space.
What happens if there's something else in that space?
It goes off the bottom.
And
Well,
it comes back,
Yeah, it comes back to you.
but you don't get any benefit from that.
Nope. Right, so things I want to do this turn. That. Still losing a lot of points.
And can you pay your loans off right at the end?
Yeah.
After final income and everything else. Cool. Good to know. Thank you.
How the heck am I going to build these? I don't think I am. It's, yeah. Don't think I'm going to be able to. Need 5 light bulbs in total. Can't buy light bulbs with newspapers, can you? No, but you can buy cogs with newspapers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not quite happening. So let's give up on that. Let's not bother with that.
1, 2, 3. I see.
Lots of wearing.
Yes.
What's this about?
Depending on where your assistant is on your player board.
Gives you buzz.
Either 4, 5 or 6
It's a
buzz.
bit late for me to get buzz really. I wanted it earlier. Well, it's nice to have.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hmm.
So
Where are you on that? You're there. Okay, yeah. So how much have I got? 14. Okay. I've set mine. Don't forget the tickets. They are easy points since you get them without resources. Yeah, these.
Okay. But you don't get much at this point.
Plus the value of the die.
Yeah.
So if you put a 6 in there, that's 8 points.
But you need the money.
For a 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Only I had the money.
apart from that, the game is quite simple.
What?
This game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you gives her the money, yeah, we'll be fine.
How we doing? Does everybody set?
Not yet. Not yet.
No, actually, I just had a.
Pass me your plus 50 marker, please.
Because yellow's gone round.
I'm assuming unless you're saying you've
Yeah,
got
no,
the
I've got
3
mine.
BBs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, set.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that's a lot of minus points at the end.
Oh, but I can't do that. And that.
They are still under there. They seem awfully light.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
15.
10.
That's not what that's supposed to do.
Shall I have a newspaper?
Yeah.
So how much, Rob?
11.
11?
12.
And it's Paul.
15.
And Rob.
15.
Sorry.
What's your highest number, please? Paul?
5.
Yep, so it's Paul again, first time.
15.
So you've been first player the whole game?
Pretty much, yes.
So,
Is that yours or?
That's mine, yeah.
Okay.
That's my one that I got left.
You have a pound left.
For some reason I needed it. I've forgotten what one it was though. So if I put that there, £10. No.
Assistant time.
Yeah. What's the end game scoring for the black market?
It's whoever's got the highest assistant is 3 points. The second highest
I
assistant
thought
is
there's
2.
the most in there.
No.
Oh, okay.
You don't think so? I
The
thought it was
highest
just
placed.
the highest placed one.
Okay.
Okay.
So at the moment,
Oh,
you're,
it's
getting,
only 3 points
you're
anyway.
getting 5 points at the moment.
Okay. So I'll just do that.
Okay.
Okay. So look.
I'll go there. And an assistant. I think I want to go up here.
Andy?
I'm gonna go in here. My assistant is gonna move up there.
Well. Yeah, I mean, there's some nice tasty points there, isn't there? There's some very nice tasty points. Like, easy points. But who needs easy points?
The juicy ones.
Well, I think I'm going to give up on this portable decoder. I mean, it is 10 points if I can build it, but how do I get another 3 light bulbs and 3 cogs? Really not easy, is it?
It's easy.
Yeah, just get them off you.
Throw money at him.
Yeah, just take more loans.
I've
Well,
been
alone
looking
is
for
gonna
places
be-
to usually spend those
Yeah.
light bulbs.
A loan is probably going to be more.
I'm probably going to end up
7
spending them
points.
as cash.
But it is possible. No, but now, yeah, oh yeah, no.
It's
yeah.
doable, but it's
It is doable.
Yeah, but is it worth the doing? Remember, you can get the cogs quite cheaply for trading in newspapers.
Yes. Yeah, that is true. No, I need the newspapers in order for that to become worthwhile. I'll go there. Yeah. Agonising decisions.
What have you got there? 4, 3, 2, 3. Okay.
Everybody's got quite low dice this time round.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid
I remember
all
paying
loans,
like 18 to 20.
It's like loans right at the end. It's going to be difficult to get paid off.
Yeah, when your income is down at 0, it's quite tricky. Scraping the barrel.
What does?
Depends on where this is.
Ah,
So for you, that's good. But you said you didn't need any buzz.
It's all about the buzz. Buzz, buzz.
oh yeah,
Robert.
buzz. It's buzz. What points?
Waterloo Station suddenly become popular.
Funny that.
Wow.
That.
Wow, indeed.
Hmm.
Well, I think I'm going to go there. And with that assistant, I am going to spend 2 money to put an assistant in here and then take it out and take a cog.
I'm doing there.
Oh, wait a minute, how am I getting the light bulbs? Oh, money, yeah. Loans. Yes, that's what we're doing.
Money there, Bob.
Yes.
I've got to come up with 2 money. So there's 2 money.
You're ditching in the 2 light bulbs for 2 money. It's all right. Where's the 2 money from?
Why am I giving you 2 money?
I don't know. Because you want to go in here?
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, so you're taking it out to get a cog?
No.
Okay.
Because I'm going to burn newspapers to do that.
Red. Adam's here. Couldn't watch in earlier, just finished work. But yeah, all that's painful and confusing. You'd love it, Adam. It probably does look painful and confusing when you're seeing it all.
There's a lot of thought going on.
Yeah,
And general
it's
silence.
it's good. There is a lot of stuff going on. It's going to watch from the start later on. David Digby's joined in, still going then. Yes, but we are on the last round. We probably have about 20 minutes left.
You place, Robert.
Oh yeah, I need to go there as well. Now it's going to cost me money.
Yep. Well, sorry, Paul. I really had a different plan.
What? That's not on.
Oh, you were going there, were you?
No, it's the
If he's-
buzz.
if he's
I said
gonna
I said I wasn't going to go for buzz, but
What's the difference on the buzz?
it's 8. No, 6.
It's
isn't
6, 4 and 2. So the
Yeah.
difference is going to be a 4-point swing between me and you. Can't have that. Can't have that at all. But there's more stuff to be earned over there. I mean, 5 income at this stage for me is effectively 3 money and a point. Is that money going to get me? It actually might. Okay, so yeah. Otherwise, where's the 1 going to go? There's not many other places for the 1. What dice have people got left? You've got quite a bit left.
2.
Oh, 1 and a 2.
Quite
1
a
and
bit.
2.
Yeah, I wanted to do something. And I don't think other people are that.
Cover
bothered
up
about
minus
those.
points.
Well, that was one of the options I was thinking of.
That's my mine. The only reason mine's there.
That's probably 2 points. That's probably 2 points. That's probably 2 points.
Is that the only reason yours there?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't need the income.
I don't need the light bulbs, do I?
It's effectively 2 points.
Hmm.
So I'll go there.
Right, and I'm going to go. There.
I'm going to go there,
Yes,
which
an
gets
assistant.
me an assistant move. I'm not sure I want to spend this money
Yeah, that's the trouble,
at the
isn't it?
moment.
You don't have to.
Potentially might get me a book and an income, but I don't think I need. Don't think I need those very much. So I think I can't move this guy up because I haven't
Okay.
done enough prototypes yet.
Okay, stick on there.
Huh.
Yes.
Just to check, are these worth minus points at the end?
I don't believe so.
No.
Okay,
No.
just making sure
No.
before I do something daft.
Bernie's saying though, I guess it can be easy to fall into a bit of a sunk cost trap with the patents that you start saving up for them, but then you can't
Yeah.
actually afford
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
very much so.
I mean, I took that one because I thought I was going to get
I'm half
Amelia.
here because I get
Oh, right.
so
Yeah.
I get cash for
Yeah.
having them, so that's why I'm happy to sort of build on my collection of them.
Yeah, I've gone to. This was the first time I've not seen where everyone's loans all paid off.
Right. Yeah.
And it'll be me.
I'm not going to pay mine off.
How are you not? Okay.
Where am I going to get the money from? I mean, look at your income.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Look
pay
at
my
mine.
loans off either.
Okay.
I don't think.
So, we have this. I guess we'll go to the other place that I was going to go, which is 2 points, effectively.
Okay. Don't know what to do now.
What happens if we can't place dice?
You can.
You take it, yeah.
Take out a loan.
But what if you run out of slots that
Then
all
you
your
can't.
dice will
There
go?
were more, so
There are 27 slots,
and there were ones.
but there are potentially 30 dice in the game.
Mm.
But what if they're all ones?
You can't place it. Yeah,
So
yeah. If you can't place it, you can't place it.
What's that one?
In phase 4, if your income is 1 or less, you get 6 money.
Okay. Not as
Yeah,
useful.
I was thinking of taking it.
can you
'cause
choose? Which one?
Okay.
What's the deal with that one?
If your income is 1 or less, you get 6 money.
I won't be taking that one.
Who was it?
Joseph Paxton.
Whenever you build a prototype, you pay 1 energy.
And while I'm doing that, I'm going to drop that guy off.
Which one?
The lowest
How many
down one.
dice have
that
people
I
got
can.
left?
This one to get a cog?
Yeah.
You've got one, you've got one.
Oh, I see.
Because it looks like I might now need 2 cogs and not the one I was planning on spending.
I need 3.
Pay 2 money.
Yeah.
To put that one there.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go on the people's keys.
Any more? You got a 1 left?
I do. Do I have to place it?
I don't
well,
think so.
In which case,
I thought we
I'm.
had to place it.
You have to place.
Do you have
Yeah,
to
you
place?
have to place.
Oh.
Otherwise, I wouldn't, that one's there
Wow.
to do nothing.
Wow.
Suppose you take another loan.
That's why you don't want to take too many dice, because you have to pay to put them out.
Okay. And
You
But
may
if you-
also refrain from placing a die on your turn. You do not have to
Oh.
place the dice.
I thought you had to.
No. So you don't have to.
You have to pay the money at the beginning of the round.
There you go.
The dice.
Okay.
I'm not going to place mine.
I thought you had to pay to place.
I'm
if
out.
you could.
Okay.
I'm not going to put that guy down because
Yeah.
it's not going
Yeah,
to
because I probably wouldn't have
We're all
bothered
done?
with that one, because I'm not. planning
Dice
to do
placement
that
is
for it,
done. Right, phase 3. So it's black gets a newspaper,
White gets a newspaper.
white gets a newspaper, and then you choose the characters. So black, then white, then red.
Okay.
Black first, then white, then red.
What
Meanwhile,
have we got?
could I have 2 income, please, and 2 buzz.
1, 2,
And 2 buzz.
1, 2.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so that's the British Museum done.
I'll take the buzz killer.
Okay.
Kills Buzz.
Mm.
Yeah, look at that. Well, not yellow yet. Yellow might not want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, they probably will. But
Yeah, you have to take a loan to do it. Oh yeah, that's money.
What's sunny then?
I'm going to take the ones with the highest income, I think.
Okay.
So these go.
it suits me perfectly.
Yeah, just pull the points.
Gives me the points.
And 5
So
BP.
there's 2 money.
Yeah.
Which gives me 2 cash.
Well, 2 income,
Well, 2 income, which gives me 2 cash.
which is 2 cash.
And 4 VP.
And 4 VP. And when I take that card in a minute, another VP.
So that's the British Museum. Sorry, that's the Bank of England done.
So red gets $1 and moves up to there. So you get
Steam saxophone.
okay, you get £1 and a light bulb, and I get 2 on the buzz track, and I'll drop down
You're white, aren't
Okay,
you?
so Buzz here for yellow and then white. Buzz for yellow and white.
Or a buzz for. You have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then yellow gets a character, then white gets a character.
oh
No,
so, so the extra buzz.
Here, yellow and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, one each, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one.
Aye.
Thank you.
You, then Rob, then you.
Yeah, I don't want another one. Well, we'll see what Rob doesn't take, but I don't think I care about any of those.
Black gets a newspaper.
So,
I immediately
2
take.
cogs and 1 money.
That's right,
I get a
total
newspaper.
pay for
Oh, I've done this wrong.
Joseph Paxton.
I'm only getting 5 Buzz.
And I get
Oh, sorry, you've got to pay for your characters. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
we're skipping ahead.
Yeah.
6 buzz.
1
I'll
second.
put them in here issue first.
Oh, sorry.
Review the characters.
Sorry.
So I pay that.
Yeah, I was jumping ahead too quick.
Which gets me 8 points.
Those go back to you.
Who are they going to?
8.
Back to
Yeah, because
four.
I've got 4 points
So
and
I
4
immediately
points for
gain
synergy.
3 buzz.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. And does that draw another? Take another blue card.
It's either that
Yeah.
or that.
I'll take one random stack because it's.
I need to pay
discounted for
those.
me.
Do I want to bother with either?
You say
of
8
these?
points for yellow. Was it?
Yeah, 8 points for yellow, yeah.
No? Okay, right, that's that done. So me and you here. So you get 6 Buzz,
Yeah.
and then I get 5.
And you get 5 cash. Very nice.
That's needed. Right, that's that. Here.
Take
Yellow?
it, please.
So it's
9
7.
points. Is it?
It's 2. 2
Okay.
points plus 5. So 7 points for yellow. I go in here and get myself 2 cogs. I've got some cogs here.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I have 5 VP to Joseph Paxton.
And red.
Oh, are we doing? No, we're not there yet.
No,
are
I
we?
yeah.
bought him, which is why I got
Yeah.
my wish points from.
So might as well go there, but then I have to spend money if I'm
So
gonna
free
do-
assistant first.
Yeah,
you don't
you get
have
a
to
free
place the
one.
second
Oh, I
Well,
one.
see.
you've
The
got-
free assistant is
Yeah.
quite nice. So
Do you get second place for free?
go there.
Okay. So we're done with this.
Yep.
Red, white,
White, red.
white, red.
Glass bottle, what was?
So energy.
Okay, I'll take these 2. I think.
You want 2 energies.
1 second.
2 energies, 2 buzz, and a 6. Phase 6
When I
thing.
want instead to go for.
I needed another energy.
Actually, that's slightly better for me. I'll go there, so I get 1 energy. And then I trigger that to get 4 cash.
4 cash.
4 cash. Then I triggered again on the 4 cash. That was 8 cash in total, please.
Another 4.
Yeah.
Could I have a loan, please?
Okay.
Okay.
And then Robert, you get.
It's another minus 10. Shocking. And then I'm going to spend 12 money for 3 light bulbs,
Energy,
which I have here.
How come you're doing that then? You're just
Because
working it through.
Yeah.
2 buzz.
Buy light
So
bulbs.
I'm going to put a dobber on.
Okay.
Right, so that's.
Characters.
Right.
Did I move up?
Yeah,
Did I move up? I
characters.
didn't.
That's why I need
Oh, I
money.
have to spend 4. Oh, I haven't got 4.
I spend
So I
5.
need to pay
Oh.
2 money,
Yeah, I need a
To the
loan.
bank,
So.
please.
What do you want?
2 money to the bank.
I'm going to spend a newspaper as 1 money.
I spend 5 cash for Paxton and Martin.
Stupid salaries.
I need a loan to be able to cover mine, so can I just have 3 cash because I've got to spend 7?
In fact, I didn't need to do that. So I owe her money because I'm getting 3. And I also get 2 points, please,
2 points for blue.
from Verdi.
It's on the screen.
Just right. Are we done with phase 4?
Oh, wait a minute. One of my phase 4 powers is I get
Yes, lots of
1
little
point.
Oh, no, I
for
haven't done
Michael
any
Faraday.
scoring for phase 4
Phase
yet.
4.
Yeah.
Do all
Oh,
your stuff.
Michael Faraday.
Okay.
I get 2 points for phase 4.
2 points for yellow.
And then I get 5. So 7 points total, sorry.
Another 5.
Yeah.
Oh, you get points for each one of these you've
Yeah,
taken.
that's why I took one of those and that card.
Right, okay.
'Cause that card was basically
That's crazy amount of points.
13 points that round.
I get
Charles Geach.
8.
What's the flavour text on?
Which
Can I
is
have a
also
Geach?
synergy with that one.
What does it say there? I can't read the flavour text.
Founder of the Midland Bank. Banker, politician and businessman.
That's why he's got a money printing machine.
That's what he's got.
Can I have a
on
50-point token, please?
You're black.
Yeah, no, I think I got that wrong. I'm definitely past 50, but I shouldn't be all the way up there.
How did you get up there?
I think I was on 48, so I should be on 6. I got 4 points for Amelia Edwards
Yeah.
and 4 points for
Okay.
Alexander Van Humboldt. I just miscounted.
Did I get my two?
misadded.
Somebody had my 2.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going
I'll
to say
I haven't added your two.
Okay. Right, are we done with all the points for phase 4?
yes, we are now.
Phase 5, let's do it in order. Are you're not prototyping anything? Phase 5 abilities?
No.
No, Robert.
I'm going to do this one first, which is 1 cog and 3 energy, which is Optogram Reader. That is 7 VPs for red, please.
Yeah, minus 26 points is going to be grim.
And what's that?
What's your
Oh, wait a minute. No, it also gives me
26,
3
I
buzz.
think.
Oh, 26.
3 buzz, so 1,
You want minus nothing?
3.
No, minus 10 at
Mhm.
the
That
moment.
gives
Okay.
me one of these.
Then I think I'll be.
So
I'm going to hopefully clear that
doesn't
map
really
another one,
matter
so
which
probably
one.
minus
If you can't
five
build
or-
it, doesn't matter.
5, 1. And I get my bonus on here, so that's another energy.
But you'd have to pay.
And I have to pay 4 money, so I'll have to take another loan.
And get 6 money. Okay.
Right.
Anything else you want to build?
I might want to invent something else. That's 3.
Nicky's here in the Facebook chat. 3 hours in, how's it been so far? It's been very good. It's been very tight.
So
And it's not been as slow as I thought it would be
No.
with 5,
No.
actually.
Steam saxophone.
And we haven't even used the AP for it much.
No,
No.
we threatened to get the AP fork out, but it hasn't actually come out.
You do get enough time to think about your
Steam
moves whilst other
saxophone
people are
gives
playing.
Me, can I have blue tile number 23, please?
Purple tile.
Okay.
Purple, blue.
I
Yeah.
pay 3 money. Thank you.
Okay. Right.
Are you?
I'm just making a decision because in terms of what I need to take out in terms of loans.
Shall I do mine then while Rob's thinking?
I have some to
Yeah,
do.
you
So,
must I consider. I'm running the numbers whether it's
so I'm
I
going
get
to
enough money.
build
back
a
to
Steam
make it
book
worthwhile.
binding for
4
4
points.
points
And 3 buzz?
and 3 bars.
Is it 4 buzz?
It's 3 bars.
3 buzz. You can give the 3 buzz to me if you want.
Well, I might have enough to pay them all off. It's going to be touch and
1,
go.
2, 3. And then I'm going to spend 2 of these to get a cog.
That's 5,
And then I'm going to build a propeller balloon,
Mm-hmm.
which gives me 4 points,
points.
and another 4 points for Alexander Van Humboldt.
Nice.
And
Who are
then,
you giving the ability to?
so what?
Who are you giving that ability to?
I'm going to take it for myself.
Okay.
So I'm
You
going
spend 2 money,
to spend 2
get a
money,
newspaper and a buzz.
a buzz, and a newspaper, and then I spend the newspapers to get an extra move up on the income track. And that's
Okay.
me done altogether. You still
Nice.
thinking, Rob?
No, I'm good now. So I'm going to spend 1 newspaper to get a cash.
Yeah.
4 cash to buy a light bulb.
Mm-hmm.
3 light bulbs with my discount builds me the Faraday cage. I'll take the ability myself because I haven't got a guy to move down. So that's 7 VPs. And I get that, which will just replace out that one.
Replacing tiles.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, me. I got 3 cogs and 5 light bulbs.
Has something big come in? Or 2 things?
Big Ben. I'll take that.
Gone.
Now I need to work out if I get the 3 cash, will I be able to pay a loan? Income wise, I'm going to get 1. If I take the 3 cash that are before, plus the 2 that I've got is 5, 6. I'm going to get 7, 8, 9. And I can spend a newspaper for an extra 1. Which is 10. That pays off 1 loan. But then I've still got 3 cash left. Well, if you let me reverse it later, if I messed up the maths, I'll take 2 points.
Pretty sure Paul's got this one.
I get 3 points for building Big Ben,
Paul can cast a blue 50 marker.
and I get an assistant, which is that,
Excellent.
because I have more than 3 characters.
What you think? You think there's going to be enough minus points in it for?
You've got a plus another plus 11.
And then you
Yeah.
get some points for the.
Okay.
You get loads for that, don't you?
And this, I get 8,
That's pretty much I'm getting minus. That loan return to -5 unless there's any more.
Right.
and because I've got 4 newspapers, I
And
get another
ahead
2.
on here. So yeah, even with your negatives, I'm pretty sure you got this.
Okay, and that's all of that
I think
spent.
you're making enough from the bonuses here to counterbalance your
Right.
Oh,
negatives
easily.
on the board.
Yeah, you've easily got it. Right. Phase 5 done. Any phase 5 abilities? Are there many phase 5 abilities?
I guess
there
there are any.
Well, there's a banner with phase 5. Right, phase 6, income. So how much money do you want?
Yellow gets 12.
12.
Black gets 10.
So 12. Is that at the top of the track? 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
Black gets 10.
Black gets 10.
Red gets 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
White gets 4. And blue gets 1.
Yay, 1.
And then.
Then it
1,
drops by 3.
2, and lose a cash ball.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then people's green bonuses.
Green bonuses. So we'll do yours first. And you might as
So-
well do all of your green bonuses.
Yeah, okay. 2 income, please.
Done.
1 cash, 3 light bulbs.
I've got the light bulbs here.
I'm going to get your black market. So another
1 cog and 2
Cog.
money.
I've got the cog. 2
One
money.
cash,
Yeah.
please. 1 cash for me, please.
Hang on, we're going to do it.
I think that's all of mine, isn't it?
Sorry.
We'll do all
We'll
of
do
this
that as well. 11 points and 2 money.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
11 points.
11 points for yellow. Puts them on to 40.
Okay, so is that all of your phase 6 done?
That is all in my face.
Right,
6.
Robert, your phase 6.
1 income, please. 1 light bulb. 1 buzz. And 1 newspaper. I think that's it.
And do the buzz track as well. Well,
With all that and all
He did-
that,
so
there's
2
exactly
cash or
enough
2
money to
buzz
pay off those 3
and
loans.
2 cash or 2 buzz.
let's what?
2 cash or 2 buzz.
I didn't think there was going to be enough.
Or 2 VPs.
Oh, I see.
Do you need cash or buzz?
Have cash, please.
2 cash
Okay,
and 2
Robert,
VPs.
your phase 6.
Me, Rob.
Yeah, Rob, sorry.
That's right. So I get 1 newspaper, plus 2 income, and plus 5 cash.
5 cash.
5 cash.
There you go.
Thank you.
Andy?
Right, so
Loads
I,
of stuff.
And
I got-
sorry,
Oh, yeah, and the
2
buzz track.
cash and 2 XP. 2 VP.
right, yeah, I have 2 advances on
That's my.
that. 1 cash.
If the income track does anything at the end of the game.
I think it's a tiebreaker, possibly.
1 cash, please, Paul.
And cash.
In fact, yeah, well, no, and I'll take. I'll take 2 buzz. That's so close. And 2 points. That's it.
And you done that?
Yeah,
You
just
done all
did
that? Right, so me. I get 4 money, because I got 4 of these. I get a light bulb, which I'll immediately sell for money. I thought I was going to get some more money from somewhere.
Newspapers.
Yeah, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And over there, what am I getting for the buzz track? I'm getting 2 points and
Or 2 money.
You're getting 2 points.
I'm getting 2 points.
Oh,
And
sorry.
then you get 2 cash or 2 buzz.
So 2 points.
2 points and. Are you going to be able to get any more buzz?
I don't
somehow?
think so.
Turns
Anywhere?
over, I think. So.
No, because this is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And well, he's
Sorry.
got nothing on the black market, has he? So no.
So I'll take
No.
2 money.
Yeah.
Right. So phase 7, which doesn't really matter, does it? Because it's.
Oh, I'm repaying one loan.
Well,
Yeah.
It'll matter for position, won't it?
Oh,
Oh,
that's
wait a
true.
minute.
Yeah.
Um,
There you go.
I'm converting that
I'm paying off
to
1 loan.
money. That's 4, 5 money.
I'm also paying off a loan.
I'm
So
paying
you've
off- I've got exactly 30, I believe, because there's 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 9.
Yeah.
So with that one is 10.
And another 10.
Another 10, that's 20.
Yeah.
There's 5 items there. 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, and
You've got
5 newspapers.
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
paying back one loan.
So that's actually slightly better than I thought, because I thought I was going to be too short.
Okay, last chance to pay off loans.
I'm done.
Right. So, end of the game. Buzz strike.
No phase 7 in round 5 apparently.
Oh, okay. So it would have meant that that would be there, and wouldn't have changed anything.
Right,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. So buzz strike. 6
Final-
points.
Final position.
6 points for yellow.
6 points for yellow.
4 for blue.
4 for blue.
2 for black.
2 for black.
Black market. Yellow gets 4 points. Red gets 2. And player mat. So we'll go through the player mats in order. Paul.
Minus 22.
Not bad.
So 50, 22. So that's 1.
Robert.
So we're including these points now.
Oh, I
are we?
didn't do those, yes. Plus 7.
Plus 7.
Plus
Plus 7 for yellow.
So
So score of, final score of 85. Okay.
20 odd less than I got on the first
16
plane.
plus 9, 16, 18, 20, 22, minus 27, minus 36, minus 35.
Minus 35.
For,
10, 20.
so you would be on 13. Is that right? From 48?
Right.
Is that your final score?
His final score's
Okay,
13.
could
Yeah.
be.
Final score of 13.
Yeah, he hasn't lapped.
Okay, Robert.
He's been lapped by.
Sorry, Rob.
Well, thanks, right. Minus 1.
So
Plus
final
4 from
score.
that, minus 5 from that. My final score was
60?
60.
I think I've got minus 16. So I'll go
Well,
back to
my aim of not
6.
coming last was successful. Because I'm a net.
You're second, eh?
uh,
Yeah, you're second.
Well, he's
I'm
gotta
a
take
net
his-
minus 22.
Ah, okay.
After that, plus that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
There you go. So final score of 47. Right. So Paul wins easily with 85.
Yep, I'm on 60, so he's 25 ahead.
Second is 60. White.
Okay, I'm surprised about that.
Then black with 66. Then me with 47. And then Robert with 13. What went wrong?
Well, I got some inventions, but I couldn't get enough.
Yeah, but you had a
energy
lot-
and cogs
that was a
to
lot of negative
invent them.
points there.
And it wasn't worth taking the loans because that's what I did in the end. I took 2 loans to do these 2, which cost me. I don't know whether it was worth it, but I just.
I think when you see stuff out there that you need, you have to pay.
At the beginning of the game, I didn't understand. One part of my brain understood that to take one of these, you didn't need the resources shown.
That is correct.
But
But
the
then,
part of my brain that actually put the dice there
Right.
didn't understand that.
Okay.
So I refrained from putting things there early on because I hadn't got the resources.
right,
So it hadn't fully sunk in, even though I read the rule book
get them and
and
build them
you'd
whenever.
explained it fully. It still hadn't fully sunk in.
Yeah.
And then later in the game, I realised, oh, I can go there, get these things, and then get the resources.
Yeah, later on. So I got 4 characters and 4 inventions, but that's pretty much all I did. So how many did you have in the end? You had 3 of
three
each.
inventions and 3 characters.
Rob?
Yeah, I managed to successfully build telephone, steam dental drill, and the Faraday cage. So yeah, two inventors, 3 inventions. Getting, I don't know whether he was the right thing to do. Getting him meant I couldn't get that.
Right.
That may be worth a few more points than him.
Yeah.
Not, and it wouldn't have changed my position in the game though compared to myself.
No. Yeah, well, there we go.
I mean, I could have got I could have got 6 more points if I'd realised that you can only. My target was to my thing was
It's an
to get
interesting game.
up to 3 prototypes.
Yes.
Now at the end of the game, I did have 3
You did have.
prototypes, but that was only after phase 5.
You
in
needed
the
the
last
assistant
round.
action.
I didn't have
Yeah.
any more. I didn't have any way of getting more assistant
Yeah.
actions at that point. So you really want to build your prototypes.
That's what the Big Ben was for.
In
The
the
Big
end.
Ben
The,
got me
That gives you an
got me that
assistant
nudge
action.
up there. That was my plan.
Yeah, if you'd gone there. Well, you did take that action.
That
Oh, you need.
happens
Happens before. Yeah, sorry. Ignore me.
before you
Yeah.
can convert.
It's
Yeah.
the timing,
before
isn't
you
it?
can
I
build
got the
prototype.
timing wrong on the bus track one round. I was thinking I was going to have 5 in this round.
Yeah,
I put a die on there, and then I suddenly realised I
still-
was not going to. I only had 3.
you were still way ahead. So how much payout? You got that in round 4?
Yeah.
So that got you 22
22
points.
points.
Yeah. Which was much better than the 10 you would have got.
Yeah,
So you could have, if you got that in the previous round, it would be 7 3s.
yeah,
If you got that in the round before, it would have been 5 4s.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
was
it's-
right to get that because that got me the 10 points. That would have only got me 9.
Yeah.
And that would
I
have got me
thi- I
5, I think. So,
I think the first time we played, I dropped it on the 2. The next time I dropped it on the 3. This is the first time I've even thought about going that high. But
yeah.
there wasn't much competition for this as well, so it allowed me
No.
in the round where I was getting 6 to
I
go
didn't-
there
I
twice.
never touched either of them.
Yeah, no, you, I mean,
I went up 12,
yeah.
I went up 16 that
you
round.
two
I
didn't
think.
bother with the buzz
Yeah,
at all. You did it a lot.
yeah.
I think that got him a
It's
lot.
not like I didn't bother. I couldn't
I
work
had-
out
yeah,
how
I
to do
had-
it.
I kind of concentrated on it a bit.
I worked out how to do some of the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tried to do that.
I'd got 4 of these or 5 of these built, and then I thought I'm going to ignore them now. I'm
Yeah.
just going to concentrate on doing that.
And I had the fewest negative points from here.
That's
Yeah.
what I was going to say.
Right,
Who
some
had the
might,
fewest loans?
So what did you think of it, Andy?
Yeah, I
you,
really
you went
enjoyed
into
it.
it fairly cold, didn't you?
Yeah. I really liked it.
I'll be up for a replay.
Yeah, I do like.
Okay,
like
well,
di-
set it up. Off we go.
dice.
No.
Dice in games.
Nice is young.
But I'm getting old.
I mean, this is not a sponsored video, so I can say what the heck I want about it.
Yeah.
It was a bit long at 5. I thoroughly enjoyed this evening. I'm glad I've played it at 5.
Tom said he was
I'd probably say
interested to
4.
see how it played at 5.
Yeah.
I'd say it's not a problem
No,
at 5.
it's not a problem. So some games that take 5 are a problem with 5.
No.
This isn't a problem
No.
at all.
No.
As long as you have an AP for.
As long as you have an AP for it. I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I didn't do very well. I knew I wasn't doing very well from like round 1 or 2. A lot of the time, because I went last in every single round,
Yeah, that was
that hurt.
that was consistent.
And yet, the first game I played, I went last every round except one.
Yeah,
Because Tom had that one that you've got that gets you money for loans.
yeah.
But he got it in the first round.
Yeah.
So he took a ton of loans in the
I-
first
I-
round and
I
was
was-
spending money like water.
Yeah, I mean, you went heavy into there, so that got blocked out. Other people were going heavy into there, so that got blocked out. But there is other things to do. You can always do something. But yeah. This is so. Last year's big Euro games, Cooper Island, Maracaibo, and this are the 3 that people are talking about as the best in this particular weight category. So for everybody who's watching this game who goes, "Oh my God, this is way too confusing," right? This is the kind of weight of game which any more than this, and I wouldn't be okay with it. And I think Cooper Island, Maracaibo, and this all fit into my. This is at the upper limit now of what I can handle, and I really enjoy it. So they are my.
Tristan Justice.
I don't enjoy that as much, but those 3 games, they're yeah, definitely
I feel
my
it's at the upper
my
limit
top 3.
of mine.
Yeah.
That I would enjoy.
Yeah, but that was your first game. Your second game,
I played it as a learning game.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean, my first game, everything went smoothly,
I'm happy
and
to
I
have a
was.
positive score.
And in
of
this
30.
game, it was like, nothing went right.
Crashy green boom.
You
Well,
like-
I was expecting this to go badly wrong because I kind of felt lucky in both of the first 2 games. The first time I played, I got almost nothing on here until the 4th round.
Yeah.
and then suddenly I just managed to fill it because everybody else had kind of filled it up already. So it was really cheap, and I just sort of went there 3 times.
You kept your
two
income
rounds.
high because
I did.
you had things that boosted
I
your
did,
income.
yeah.
You took 5 of them. I only got
Yeah.
1 of them in the end.
Yeah.
Did you get any shares? You did. So everybody got a few shares.
I think I neglected that. I didn't quite realise the impact of the income, how it was going to work. And I think early on I went too heavy on what I misunderstood what they were and thought they were income, the same as these.
Right.
You
I
thought
went-
all
yeah,
of these
Yeah,
were
I
going to be
went, I
income.
went
Yeah.
far heavier than I should have done.
But they're still
which may
good.
have cost me.
Yeah.
They covered up spaces.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. So thank you very much to Bernie from Fureland Spieler for joining the chat and certainly for pointing out that rule that we missed.
Yeah.
So
That's very-
that didn't
that's
make any difference whatsoever. But you know, Paul won by a country mile rather than a country mile a bit less than a
Yeah,
country
yeah.
mile.
Rather
Um,
than the 7 points that are on those 7 pips that are on those.
And yeah, and thank you to everybody for joining in the chat, or for those people who are watching this afterwards. It was a bit long, but for 3 people, it was their first game. We did the tutorial at the start, and it's a 5-player game, and it was pretty epic.
Yeah.
And that is, what's the game called again? Crystal Palace. Forgotten. It's late.
It's late.
I'm tired.
It's called Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Big Ben.
But that's not actually Big Ben. Big Ben is the name of the bell,
Bell,
not
yeah,
the
yes, yes.
The
It's got a few cogs in it too.
Yeah. As I mentioned at the start, this video has not been sponsored by the publisher, so it's only funded through the Patreon campaign. If you like the content that I make and you want to support the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. And that's everything. Yeah, thank you very much. I'll be back next week with a review of Cooper Island, Maracaibo, Solo Game of On Mars, video log, and my top 5 games of 2018. Yes, you heard that right. That will hopefully all be coming next week. But for now, thank you very much to everybody tuning in. Thank you to everybody for staying.
Thank you for having
We're
me.
going to pack it away and play again straight away. They don't know it yet, but that's what we're going to do.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.